Welcome everyone to another episode of Getting Mixy. We're finally back in the new year. Happy New Year's, everyone. And we're also back with our boy Fish Cat, as you
Fish
see
Cat
underneath me.
Woo!
What's up, Fish?
What's
how
up,
you,
Fish
how you
Cat?
been, man?
Been good. Been a minute.
Been a minute.
The last time we recorded was my birthday, and the other one I think I just shocked it. So, but yeah, it's good to be back
Perfect.
finally after a while, bro.
Good. Welcome back, Fish Cat. We missed you, man.
Welcome
Shout
back,
to-
and also welcome back, Shane. You know,
What's up, man?
you haven't
Happy to
left,
be
but-
here.
Yeah,
Happy to be
New Year's,
here.
man. Mhm.
Happy to have a new episode in the big old 2025. What's up, Nick? How you doing? How was your New Year's? You
Good,
excited?
bro. I'm happy to be back with Getting Mixy. So let's just get straight into it. It's been a few weeks, but we got the minor coming up this weekend. I don't know if this is coming out maybe Tuesday night or Wednesday, but so it starts Friday. The times on your screen are Central Standard Time, so do whatever time conversions you gotta do. See what times the matches start. They start at 2:45. I don't know if that's correct.
That's a
But
weird
yeah,
time.
anywho, so we're gonna just run through this minor bracket. We're gonna give our predictions, do some majority vote cheese, and then as we're doing it, we're gonna talk about
Majority cheese.
whatever comments we'd like to say on
Whatever
the teams,
pops
right?
up.
Right,
Yep.
yeah. So let's just get straight into the other first matchup. We got Vancouver Surge versus Cloud9 New York. I mean, this is like like this match could be like weirdly interesting, but
Competitive?
yeah,
Because
but
they're
like,
both horrible.
yeah, well, okay,
Yeah.
so that's
sense.
that's how they both ended the split. They were both horrible.
Mhm.
Do we expect either of these teams to come out stronger, look better? I feel like we should be having at least higher expectations for Cloud9. Like,
Okay. I'll start with Cloud9. Yo, Sib and Attach need to figure it out.
Yep.
I don't know what the issue is. They need to figure it out. They are like two of the worst statistical performing players right now, which is, I would say, very, very unexpected for someone like Sib. Attach is getting a little older. You could, like, if you're like, Attach got shit on, you'd be like, that sucks. But like,
Yeah.
I could understand why. But I think this team, I think Cloud9 sub players are doing pretty well right now. I would say Kremp is playing well. I would say Mac is playing fine. But the ARs are just letting them down. Sib should be a superstar this year. The Ames is like a perfect gun for him. And I think if we see a bounce back from Sib, I think they're gonna easily beat Vancouver. But for Vancouver, I think Hixie needed to step it up. Hixie plays so passive. If Hixie goes and gets Mixy, shameless plug, you know what I'm saying. Like, I think that team would probably do pretty well here, actually.
I slightly
I mean,
disagree
yeah,
with the Surge part. I feel like they all got stepped up. No, I think all of them have been.
No, I feel like Abuza. I feel like Abuza is good.
No,
Abuza's like plays really
I
good.
think Abuza's hit or miss because, like, okay, so
You think?
we've already seen like the highlights from Abuza. I don't know if he still has a kill record, but at some point during the first 2 weeks, he got the kill record
yeah, the
on
red card,
the
yeah.
red card. Yeah, but we've also
is
seen
insane.
some
I think
stories, like,
Scrappy
didn't
took that.
he had like a series with like a 0.7 or something like that? No, like he's been very hit or miss. Like I feel like for Abuza on this team, like he needs to be like the way we're talking about Sib. He needs to be the consistent. At least like a 1.1.
Putting up a 1.2.
Yeah, what 1.2 would be preferred, but like you gotta give me at least a 1.1.
Yeah.
I would like to clarify, when I said Hixie stepping it up, I meant like Hixie needs to make his presence more felt on the map. Like
Yeah,
watching his
especially at the
POV,
start.
I feel like he's very passive. Like they all statistically could be doing better,
Yeah.
but to
of course.
single out a player that I think needs to set up similar, like Sib has to step it up.
Yeah.
I think Hixie individually has to have like more presence on the map, be more aggressive, be a better Hixie.
Yeah.
Just to clarify.
Yeah, but I feel like Surge could. I feel because what's it called? C9. If C9, because their two worst players are Sib and Attach, like you said. I feel like that's so weird because last year they were both really, really good. Like even Attach was really good on Vegas. Like I think like Major 2 qualifiers or Major 3. I forgot which one. He popped off. Like generally popped off. Was like on like top 5 KDs.
Right.
And I feel like if those two bounce back, this team like. Obviously, yeah, they started off really bad, but I feel like they can have if they have a good bounce back, they can actually become really, really good. But honestly, it's just that it needs to happen. But I feel like Surge right now is like the better team because I have Surge in my pick'ems. So I mean, I would say Surge takes this series. Like I had Surge map 5, but if Attach and Dante have a good bounce back, they could make a run. I feel like easily,
Yeah, I
especially in
think
this.
Oh,
that's the thing, man. Like, okay, so we're talking about Civ and Tash needs to bounce back. Well,
Yeah,
y'all, it's not even just about that. They are legit two of some of the worst KDs in the league. Like, it's not even just
yeah,
like,
by
they're like
very close.
underperforming like compared to their teammates. No, they're legit both like bottom 4,
yeah.
bottom 5 KDs. When like you were saying, Attach at one point, he had like a top 5.
Dude, literally,
I
bro,
think he
he
had top
did.
5 KD stage 2 qualifiers. Granted, like
Stage
that
2, I
was
think so as well.
if I remember, that was like a little Mickey Mouse run. Like, I don't know if they played in like the super top teams, but I mean, still, hey
Probably
man,
not,
top
but
5 KD, top 5 KD, right?
yeah, literally.
So I mean, if I was gonna make a prediction myself, I don't know exact map score. I'm definitely gonna take Cloud9 though, because like, look, y'all, like I just simply don't expect Attach and Sim to play this poorly for this long. I think that
I mean,
was
yeah.
personally just like a 2 week stretch. We had a little bit of turmoil with the servers. We were maybe a little checked, right? Like
Oh
I'm
yeah, I
expecting
forgot about
this
servers.
to be their bounce back. Now, if they don't bounce back here,
That's
yo,
scary.
compromise. We're compromised. But with that being said, I would
I
expect like a 3-1, 3-2. It's definitely not 3-0. It'll be competitive, but 3-1, 3-2 Cloud9.
I'll hear you on like server cheese, them being checked out. It's a brand new game, like, you're not gonna be perfectly adapted. But dude, Civ, I don't quote these numbers exactly, but I think Civ had like 30 extra deaths throughout the series compared to his teammates, like multiple times. Like he
Oh,
was
yeah.
considerably dying more than everyone else.
I forgot which series it was,
Like,
but there was definitely a series where he had like triple digit deaths.
dude, yeah, he had like 111 or something
Damn.
outrageous.
I don't even remember
Dude,
that.
he has to just sit still. Like, I don't think that's an online cheese issue. I don't think that's a brand new game, can't figure it out issue. I don't think
Yeah,
it's a Sib is a bad player issue. But like, yo, that's like that is a clear issue that they have to solve.
yeah.
Because I do think Abuza would happily take a gunfight against a sprinting Sib. I think 04 would happily take a gunfight against a sprinting Sib. Like,
Yeah.
he needs to just slow it down. Obviously, don't be a snail on the map, but like a couple more pre-aims here and there would, I think, do him wonders, and they would probably win. And I think that's so obvious that it could be overlooked. Genuinely. And
Yeah.
I think I'm worried about that. Because if they do perform bad, like, Vancouver should win a 3v2, Like, let's be realistic. Drop Hixie minus the 2 ARs from Cloud9. It's a 3v2, and you should win that every day. I think ultimately I am gonna choose Vancouver though.
Oh.
Right.
I think so.
Are you thinking 3-2 as well, or
3-1. They're gonna lose control.
3-1? Okay.
Right.
Fish says 3-2. I think if
Yeah,
Surge
I
are
think
gonna
so, my
win,
pick'ems.
I think it would be a 3-2 as well. So we'll put like I mean, it granted, it doesn't matter. We're just picking, the
Yeah.
Surge win here. Yeah, I
It
mean,
definitely doesn't matter looking at the second match they're playing. That's for sure.
I mean, to wrap up at least like the Sib point that we're talking about, it's weird for Sib, man, because like we're saying he needs to slow
Yeah.
down, but he also like does definitely need to be like the faster AR between the two, and it's just weird
Right.
because I feel like throughout like the years we've seen Sib, he's gotten it down his pacing. Like I mean, like
Yeah.
granted, he's only been like Leaf for a few years, but like his first 2 years he had like Lamar. I feel like the balance between
Slowest player on the planet.
right, yeah, but like Lamar's like
Yeah.
slow, so like Sib can do like whatever, and like same thing for New York last year. Like Caesar Skies, like I'm not saying he's like for sure
Yeah.
slow, but like I think he kind of took on that role last year for New York. He maybe sacrificed a little bit to get Sib in a better spot. So I don't know, like does that maybe come down to like Attach a little bit? Like does Attach need to do something to compromise for Sib, or do we just need to fully put on Sib? He needs to figure it out.
Attach taking an extra 100 steps per map does not justify Sib being this bad. I refuse to acknowledge that.
No, but
Like,
it's not just simply that. It's like, yo, like what like lanes are we picking up? Like I don't know. Like
Yeah.
it's like Sib just like I don't know. Is there just some like certain play style like you would like to play that Attach might be? I'm not saying it is that. I haven't been looking
Yeah.
at Cloud9
It could be
like that, but it's
anything.
just like
it could literally
yeah.
be a billion different things.
Yeah, but like obviously,
But
like I hear you. Like it's a good shout. Like
I mean, I guess it's possible, but like, I don't think Attach is playing like extra fast. You know, like
Yeah.
okay, in comparison to Lamar,
No,
obviously that
but
dude's
like,
got
it
rockets
can
on.
go like either way. Like, is he playing like too fast or too slow? Like,
I think it's
don't know.
impossible to play too slow in this game. It's impossible.
Dude,
The
this
maps
game's
are 2
really
feet long.
fast.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
like-
So it's impossible to play slow.
No, but like, what if you just like don't move? What if you're playing Skyline, you spawn in and you walk backwards? Like,
Yo, shout out our ranked teams, bro.
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah, he's getting
Christ, that
PTSD,
guy was
yeah.
horrible.
like
Snowy,
what
bro.
if he's doing
I got
that?
my Lamar.
He's not, but you know, I don't
Like,
know.
obviously, he's not doing that. But I don't know. Pacing is always like a weird thing with teams, and I think the
Yeah.
top teams have their pacing figured out
I've
pretty
seen
well.
it.
But like, looking at the mini map, obviously I don't know all of their comms. Obviously, I don't know their preparation. Obviously, I don't know, what Coach Lamar is doing behind the scenes. Obviously, like I don't know any of that. But like looking at the mini map, a visual eye test, they're not like weird pacing. I think Sib's just getting shit on because it's a new game. I think Attach is getting shit on because he's a little old.
Well, I
And
would
that's
definitely
all
say Sib's got a pacing issue, bro. If he's getting triple digit deaths.
Okay,
in a
he
game.
has a pacing issue, but like the team doesn't have a pacing issue.
No, that's
like
fair. Well, I don't know.
I like where Kremp is playing. I like where Mac is playing. I like where Attach is playing. Sib, slow down, bro. You don't like you're a superstar. That does not mean you have to go super speed on him. Like, chill out, bro. Pre-game, you have a better gunny than like 80% of the league.
I'm trying to get Mixy, bro. Shut up.
With an AR, he needs to chill out.
No, but that's
Dude,
like,
it's
that's
not
the thing,
about.
like,
We can't go
he doesn't need
crazy.
to get like he doesn't need to get sub Mixy, but like Sib's always been that guy though. He is in the mix with an AR. He will like be up close with someone, chill on them, even though they have a sub. Obviously,
Randomly.
I don't want him taking that gunfight 10 out of 10 times, but like that's like what I'm saying. Like he needs like I just don't want him to like fully switch up the playstyle. Like I want him like slow it down a little bit, but I don't want him to be like unrecognizable. I still want him to be the Sib that has a little bit of an ego, but just
Dude, I want him to play
actually
like
win
World War II
gunfights.
Gunless. Gunless will go take those like random chows super close to you and win.
yes, exactly.
But like he'll also just sit on a pre-aim and just gun you down on several crosses in a row. And he's just not that right now, which is so uncharacteristic. Do you think he's in his own
Fair
head?
enough. He's got to be.
You can't be called a superstar for multiple years and have this performance and not be, right? Does Cloud9 have like a performance coach? They got like one of those mental coaches? They might need one, bro. Low-key,
They
might need
have
one.
a bunch of coaches. I don't they. Okay, so they have Lamar. Obviously, they have Tupac. Is there a third coach that they
Right.
have?
They have Tupac?
Yeah, they have Tupac. Do they
Yeah.
not?
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why FaZe suck at S&D.
Okay, let's move on.
All right, moving on.
All right.
I have not much to say here. This is an OpTic 3-0. You guys can discuss it any further if you'd like.
I mean,
Well, okay, so like
Yeah.
obviously we probably all think this is OpTic 3.0, but like
OpTic 3-0.
yo,
But
is there
I do think it is interesting.
is there any bright spot for Falcons? I mean, we got Wixel and we got okay, it's spelt Doom. I don't think it's pronounced Doom, but I'm gonna call him Doom because I don't know the pronunciation for King of Body. I mean, King of Body probably deservedly out of the league. No offense to him.
No, King of
Kicks,
Bot,
though.
bro. Let's say it for what it is. King of Bot. Like,
Oh,
that
that's
dude
what
was not league caliber. He was not league caliber, and them losing their best player is a nightmare situation.
yeah.
They're
What
probably.
happened?
Part sucks.
I think it's just revealed as personal issues again,
Nah, okay.
or like personal affairs. I think is what they said.
Hope he does well.
I hope whatever's going on, I hope he's okay. I hope he's safe. I hope he's healthy. I hope everyone that he loves and cares about is healthy.
Yep.
The only like positives I could bring up is like if Kenny is still performing like a little underwhelming, and then new roster cheese for Falcons. Like maybe there's a
maybe one of them is a demon, bro.
yeah, maybe one of them is
Like,
demon.
I don't know any of those.
OpTic might not have like much
Like-
prep time, or like the map vetoes could be weird, because you don't know what two of those players are capable of.
Yeah, exactly.
So is there a chance? Yeah, obviously it's not
there's always a
100%.
chance, right? Especially in COD.
But like I think you would have to have like an underperforming Kenny. You would have to have like one of these two new players to be a superstar. You would have to have like super
Everything go
high
right.
vibes. You would have to have like a good map veto. Oh, I think you should defo 110% ban Hossie against OpTic. I've been watching the
What,
scrims. They've
hardpoint
been
or?
streaming skims.
Yeah,
Any
Bruce is
Hossie.
insane on Hossie.
Oh
Any
no,
Hossie.
I would disagree a little bit. I think the way you win this series if you're Falcons, okay, you somehow have an S&D that meshes, so you'd obviously have to win game 5, and I think
Right.
you Mickey Mouse game 3 you play Hossie control because Hossie control is so trolly.
So
like,
weird. So
I
weird.
think you Mickey Mouse it. Hopefully you win it. If you lose it, you for
yeah.
sure lost it because you're definitely losing the hard points versus OpTic. That's like
For sure.
that is like nearly.
I
So you
not
think they need some
100%,
like
but-
Neslo cheese?
Yeah, well, because like the thing with Falcons, obviously we have 2 new players coming in, so it's definitely gonna switch things up a little bit. But they were all right in S&D. I mean, they even won an S&D versus Carolina in their first match. I mean, like pretty much like when they win maps, that's like what they win outside of the FaZe series where they won the control.
Right.
Like
Control.
it's been the S&Ds. So if you're
Yeah.
Falcons, in the 0.5% chance you have to win this series, yeah, I absolutely think it has to be Neslo cheese. Because I don't see the hard point unless like, hey, yo, I'll tell you this, it's definitely not the Hossie hard point. They were getting 50-point club by
Dude, it is
Arcades.
not Hossie hard point.
my go Arcades,
what?
but like, they got 50-point club by Arcades
Who?
team. Granted, that's like the best team in challenge.
The Falcons roster.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So you're
Yeah,
not playing
well,
Hossie hard
that's
point. I don't think you're playing any of the hard points.
I don't think you should play any Hossie against OpTic. I think Dashy is so good, and I think Kenny is really good on Hossie that you don't want to play them there.
Kenny and Dash, you got Hossie, would have guessed.
Who would have guessed some BO4 players were good at the BO4 map? Who would have thought?
Wait, not all the BO4 players are good on the BO4.
Yeah,
We'll
shout out
we'll get to
FaZe.
that. Oh, that's not where I was going with that. Okay,
All right,
so
Oh,
where
who are
was
you
it?
going with that?
we'll get to it later. We'll get to it later.
Medals.
Not
All
the
right,
player-
moving on. I think we agree. OpTic 3-0.
Yeah, I already
Yeah.
put it in.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, you got
FaZe
it.
versus Heretics.
All right.
Nick, as a resident FaZe supporter or resident FaZe fanboy, talk to me.
Fanboy. No, don't. Well, maybe a little. Hey man, it's not FaZe fanboy. I'm just fanboy of the
man.
players. I mean,
You can do a
Hold
2
on.
FaZe up.
like,
dude.
why did he say that? Hey man, why did he say that?
Amen.
That's not what I was going for.
Talk me into him. Because I'm very low on FaZe. Talk me into him.
Me
Okay,
too.
yo, why are we not hella low on Heretics? What has Heretics shown outside of like the game
The
5
difference
versus
is Heretics
Ultra
have
that
always
you might
been
be?
horrible.
That's
FaZe
a-
have always been good. And FaZe is not good.
But FaZe is not on Heretics level. It's like Heretics is here. We got FaZe. We expect them to be up here, and they're like here. There's still a gap between them. It's just not the largest gap we've ever seen on the planet. It's like
I'd argue it's a little closer, actually.
with Heretics.
I think FaZe is further than the top 3 teams than they are from Heretics.
They
If
took
FaZe
Thieves
were
to
to
a
play
game
Ravens
5.
right now, if FaZe were to play Ravens right now, I think they'd lose. They already lost to the Thieves. So, like, yeah, so they're clearly worse.
Yeah.
I think
In a
FaZe
game
would lose
5.
to OpTic. Okay, but they still lost.
Bro, dude, okay,
Doesn't
FaZe
matter
has
if you're
lost-
not
that's
winning.
Like, that's like the thing, man. Like, okay, it's definitely super worrying, but they are losing to good teams. You lost to Thieves in a game 5.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna
lost
say.
to Ultra in a game 4.
Game 5.
What's concerning
Oh,
is
it
the
was
Carolina.
Ultra 4, yeah.
You got 3-0'd by Carolina. That Cookie Crumble, he went crazy. He threw you.
Yo, I love
Yo,
Cookie Crumble, bro.
Yo,
This is Cookie Crumble himself.
okay, depending on how our bracket plays out, I think we're gonna have Ravens versus Thieves at the end. So I'm gonna save that point until then. But based off Nick's reaction, I don't think we're gonna have that. So I'm gonna say it briefly now. I think Ravens is a better team than Thieves as we currently speak.
Wait, why are we saying that now? Why are we saying that now? Let's say that when
Because
Let's
based
say
off
that,
your
say
face,
that,
it made
bro.
it look like we're not gonna have that later.
No, but let's talk about it. We'll talk
talk
about
about it
later.
later, bro.
We just might not be talking about it. We just might not talk about a
Yeah.
Ravens versus Thieves final. Maybe we might, maybe we don't. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
to
That's the only
like,
place they could match up.
listen, man, like is FaZe super concerning? Yeah, but like they're gonna beat Heretics though. Heretics have looked like just so Heretics looks lost in S&D. I know we're cooking FaZe S&D, but Heretics looks infinitely more lost. Like the thing is, like, yo, FaZe looks lost in S&D versus Thieves in Carolina. Heretics is looking lost in S&D versus like Surge. And like Surge's only win on the series on the year currently is against Heretics. Like, you know, like I mean, just like
Yeah, like
I don't
honestly,
know.
like yeah, like
All right.
FaZe hasn't been proving up to standards, but like it's also FaZe. Like I feel like you could never count this team out, especially with the Simple and Beezy and Celium. Like yes, they're not playing good right now. Yes, they lost to Cookie Crumble, but I feel like
No one beats Cookie Crumble
no
19 times
one
in a
beats Cookie
row.
Crumble 19 times in a
No
row.
one. I
No, but
mean, no
yeah,
one.
like obviously they're not playing up to standards right now. But I still think it's still FaZe. This team has always been the team that you're scared of the most, especially when Joseph or the MW3 year. Everybody thought this team was gonna be all that. They didn't do that much MW3. They won a chip, but they could probably could have done
Hey,
more.
too,
But
I
I
don't
still
think
EWC,
think.
any top team should be afraid to FaZe
Oh
as we
yes, they
speak.
won EWC as well. But
EWC
like
cheese.
it's still FaZe. Like it's sipping it easy, bro. Like come on.
But
So
like,
I have FaZe winning this series.
FaZe is gonna win the series. But like,
Like, yes, they're not playing with standards, but it's
the
also
next
FaZe,
series
bro. Like,
they're losing too. Jesus Christ! Look at this
We'll
bracket.
get into it. We'll get into it, man. I got
Jesus Christ!
Okay, so
And
I mean, like
then
we all got FaZe winning. We can just
yeah.
I don't know. Like I just think like the
that's
thing
a
with
3-1.
FaZe, I'd probably meet you 3-1 as well. I just think like
After one.
this match will tell us a lot though, because I think this needs
Yes,
to
I
be a
agree.
match. FaZe comes in and looks very convincing. I don't even mind if it's 3-1, but I just want the maps they win to be convincing. I don't want some like
Yes.
250, 240 hard point. I don't want 6-5 S&D. Like if you're winning hard points, I want them barely
If
hitting
FaZe lose,
200,
what
maybe even the
happens?
hundreds. What, to Heretics?
Yeah. If FaZe lose
Nothing.
this match,
It's just womp womp. They lost to Heretics. Yeah, it's super. They're like nothing's going to happen. Okay, if FaZe loses Heretics match, nothing will happen immediately afterwards in regards to the FaZe team. Yeah, they might be compromised and like super checked out and go on like a loser streak. But I don't think like if you mean in that sense, like like what's gonna happen to FaZe? Like obviously not a roster change yet.
Yeah.
I think that would be worst case scenario after the major. Um,
Yes. That's what I said.
but I don't know. I mean, the thing is, man, like these guys are also all professionals. Like, okay, if they lose the Heretics, yeah, it's super concerning. But like, I don't even think these players are kind of players to just chalk it up. Like, not even on like any bias thing. I think they're all professionals. They're not just gonna
Yeah.
chalk it up and be like, oh my god, we're cooked. They will still try. Will they do well? That'll be to be determined.
I
but
think everyone's going to try, of course, but like FaZe as players and FaZe as like a staple in Call of Duty, this is not what they stand for. This is not what they do. Like
Yeah.
how long can they get shit on before they're like, hey, like something here is changing?
No, but
How
they still have
long?
time to figure stuff out.
If
It's
they
still just
get top 8
go ahead.
at Major 1, like is that solidified gonna be the change? You think they just get shit on until Major 2 and then they bomb out at Major 2 and then they change? I think this team, I think it's better to make a change early, because then you have more time with a fresh roster, fresh eyes, fresh player to like really connect everything and be good. I
No.
think if they do bad at Major 1, they should make a change. And I think that's crazy to say, but that's defo not what I don't think it should be out of the realm of possibilities.
It's definitely not like out of the room, and I hear you with like, oh, it's better to make a change like sooner than later. But I don't know. I feel like it's just so weird to say. If they bomb out Major 1, I don't think they'll do a roster change immediately. I feel like it'll be. I feel like
But
they should do at least like if they bomb out Major 2, then like they need to do something. The 2 majors in a row bombing out, that's like when most teams make a change. I
yeah,
feel
that's
like.
my opinion as well.
like FaZe isn't just your average team.
I mean, yeah, I know.
If
But,
like Vancouver bombed out and they made a change, we'd be like, oh, Vancouver.
yeah,
FaZe isn't Vancouver. FaZe is like,
FaZe.
I would say FaZe is historically in the CDL the best team we've ever had. Like,
Yes.
like historically, they're the best organization. This, like, I don't see them bombing out of Major 1 and being like, we're chilling. Like, we're
No,
going to just go practice more. Like, that's not. I think at that, dude, especially if like other teams do bad and you could potentially pack a bunch somewhere. Why would you not? Why would you not?
No. I think it'd be silly just to like they bomb out major one and they'll just make a change like it's chalk. Like Nick was saying, like you guys are professionals. Like they won't be like we're done for as soon as they lose major one. Like they're not like we can't do
But
anything.
I think
later.
multiple things are adding up. If they lose to Heretics, if they bomb out a major one, they already have a pretty bad record for FaZe standards, of course. They already have a pretty bad record. Like, this isn't just like a one-off situation. This is like inconsistent, like, hey, we're getting pit slammed.
No. I feel like they should at least wait for Fraser too.
I gotta.
Like, granted, they played the two best teams in
let me
Thieves and
okay,
Ravens,
so
but like,
I need to make multiple counterpoints. Okay, so I'll hear you a little bit if we live in a world where they lose a Heretics right now and they like lose still like a bunch of online matches and bomb major. I'll hear you on that. But let's live in the very likely world that they beat Heretics, maybe not make it farther in the minor, but like you're still winning a bunch of like online matches. Okay, here's the thing though, man. Let's picture the major one hypothetical real quick. Okay, FaZe, let's go back in history. The past couple times they've ever had bad placings. The only times they didn't make a Sunday was Champs last year and Major 5 Cold War. Okay, so let's look back. What happened in those events? Major 5 Cold War was the worst one. You lost to the winners of event round 1. Okay, that's not... You can't knock that. And then, yeah, you got upset Surge in losers, but that was the Nicky D live game. That was also Surge, like, super... They were super good at Hardpoint on them. It was crazy upset, but like looking back on it, like it makes sense a little bit. Okay, Champs last year, you lost to New York in a game 5 that made the finals, and then you lost to Ultra and Losers, the team that you couldn't beat on land all year. Makes sense. So the thing with like Major 1, I mean, man, dude, if because of the slow start they had in the first 2 weeks, you have a shitty round 1 matchup versus like an OpTic, you lose that, you go into Losers and I don't know, somebody in the winner's bracket gets upset, you play an Ultra, you play someone along that lines, and you lose that.
Raven.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit there and say like, oh my god, we gotta blow it up. I would only consider that if you go to Major 1 and you lose to Boston and like a ROKKR. Then I'd be like, okay, this is what the hell is going on here? This is why I agree with like the Fish about the like give it like 2 major assessment. Is because okay,
but with
if
so
we
few
go
majors,
half
you can't
this
just
year,
waste 2.
No, but that's like
you can't just
like,
waste
with
2.
I think FaZe's situation, like they're not worrying about qualifying for champs. If your team worrying about qualifying for champs, yeah, you can't waste 2. FaZe, I think you just have to give the roster another major, man, because like, okay, until they prove for like a super long period of time, hey, we cannot beat like these few teams, like we just can't be OpTic and we can't beat Thieves. And I'm like, all right, something's gotta give, right? But you like, I mean, just like look at like all like teams like the past, like literally, bro, Thieves Vanguard, they had the shitty major 2 where they went 0-5 and then top 8. Bro, imagine if they changed the roster then. New York MW2 major 3, they got dead last top 12. What would have happened then? I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh, FaZe is gonna become magical, get shit on for a major and then win champs. I'm not getting at that, but like we have this roster with all this potential. I'm not going to chalk the team over a month of COD. 3 bad months of COD. All right, man. Like I said, somebody's got to give, but we can't chalk over 1 month, y'all. That's too little.
I think you're praying for like an upside, which I think you also did for C9 earlier. And this might just be me being a half or the glass is half empty sort of guy, just in general, versus you being like a half full sort of guy. But like, if the pass is what is it like? The pass is prologue. FaZe are going to continue to be in a slump. Whether you call this a slump or not, whatever, FaZe are going to continue to be in a slump, right? If past is prologue, whatever that shit's called.
The past also tells me FaZe is the best team in CDL history. This trio, best trio ever. This duo, best duo ever. Whatever you want to word it as.
Wait. Best duo, best trio ever. T2P would like to have a conversation here. Wait a second.
I'm not saying they're like... Okay. Top 2 duo all the time.
Top
Mix
2,
and match.
and they're second.
And 2 rings versus 1 ring. I don't know.
Oh, champ cheese.
Champs is cheese. What? The only champs that's ever been cheese is like World War II. That's like
oh, bro, Kenny 4 rings.
We're just counting like extra rings versus like Dude,
Versus-
T2P was like that forever. Forever.
Has Simpin and Beezy not been them since Black Ops 4, which was last decade? Like, have they not
chill
been?
out.
No, don't say that.
Chill out. Actually, chill out.
That was okay.
Said
That
last
was a stretch.
decade. Yo,
No,
you
but
said
still, literally though, they've nearly been teaming for 6
They've been
years.
very good every
This
year.
whole
I agree.
time.
But like,
They've only had like 3 bad months, and they're like
yo,
6
let
years
me like
together.
live in nostalgia, bro. Like, why are we doing this right now? No, but I think if they continue a slump, the team is too good. The fans, the players, the staff, the org, everyone has too high of expectations for them to continue to be in a slump. I don't know who you drop. I don't know who you pack punch for. I don't know if there's a role switch. I brought in it up before that like
Oh yeah.
if Pred's available, Drowsa's underperforming. You know, Sibs wanted to play flex forever. You know, you could make that change. But like, if they're not performing, they're not performing at the end of the day. And like, their goal is to win. And if they're not winning, someone has to change. Like, and that's just how it has to be. And I could see them making a change. Would it be shocking? Of course, but I could still see it.
Yeah, like honestly, it's not out of the realm of like it's never gonna happen. But I think what Nick was saying, like 1 month, I think it's too soon. Easily.
I think, dude, but like they're playing pretty subpar right now. Say they lose to Heretics here, they lose online matches.
I know, but yeah, but that's like the only world I hear you, Shane. If you lose the Heretics here and you end with like
Lose your
a
online
negative
matches.
record online,
And
and you get bopped at the major by like the mid teams, bro. If you lose to OpTic Thieves, OpTic Ultra, whatever combo, I'm not
Somewhat
fully hearing you,
disappointed.
man. But
Ravens, Thieves.
yeah, like, bro, if you lose to Boston and winners and then like LAG and losers or whatever, like, yeah, okay, I'm all ears, man. We might need to do something about it. But okay,
Right.
I think we're kind of going in circles about this.
Yeah.
All right.
We do all
The mates are gonna beat ROKKR.
Heretics, right? You think so?
FaZe 3-1.
Yeah, FaZe. I
Yeah,
think we
FaZe
literally all
3-1,
said
I
FaZe
agree.
3-1.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
But moving
Gorillas
on-
over ROKKR, Shane.
Yes.
Where do you see that at? What's the thought process?
Okay. Starting off disrespectfully, burning a bridge. I think Pollux is bad. I think
He's only saying that because of Punky, man. He's spraying on Punky.
Yo, shout out Punky.
he's
Shout
set
out
up
Punky.
Punky.
Bring on
No,
Punky.
I don't know. I think the Gorilla Mates are just a better team. I think I am very high on Linz, not only because he's on my fantasy team and I need him to be good. I think Linz is actually a quality player.
Yeah,
Right,
he is
do.
fair. He is.
I think Linz is actually a quality player. I am worried about like Estriel on ROKKR. I don't feel like he's consistent enough. In recent like leaked scrims or just shown scrims, he's been getting slammed by multiple teams. Like you would need like a Nero super carry in my opinion, and I don't know if Nero could super carry every game.
You forgot about another fantasy player, Shane. Geo.
Yeah,
what if
but,
Geo
like,
just
he's on
comes
my
in
bench,
and he
bro.
has
He's
a
on my bench.
master class? He has a
I
master
mean,
class.
good for him, but like he's on my bench. I might need to swap him in real
No,
quick.
but I also used to be on the hate Paul chain until Paul dropped 14 map 5 against Boston. That was a beautiful
That was a
performance.
master class
And
with the clutch. in
I've
the
been
round
saying,
It's a
yes,
one
literally.
time.
and I've been saying forever, Eshio is the future, bro. I love that guy.
But
I've
like
been saying that for
statistically,
so
he's
long.
not.
11. Yeah, you
Statistically,
lost me.
Probably
You
not.
lost me.
No,
Let's
but
chill out, bro.
I've loved Eshio as a player so much.
I think
And
he's
I
too
feel like-
inconsistent to like justify picking ROKKR over any team.
I mean, like, by like also like Nero. Nero was like their
So
top
good.
player. I think like was it like week 1? Well,
I think Nero's
who
just
they
their
play
top player
first?
regardless.
Who do they play? Like they played
They played LAG
G
week
first, right?
1 and
Dude, Nero had freaking insane that series. I'm talking about like the first game they ever played, which was
oh yeah, the LAG. Yeah. No,
but I said like Nero
Superstar.
was insane, bro. The ball control, bro, beautiful.
Nero's their best
But-
player.
But yeah, obviously, like the bad part is this team is really, really inconsistent. Really, like also Geo also like pretty underrated. I feel like in my eyes. So, but yeah, like the thing is, yeah, this ROKKR team is obviously very inconsistent. But LEG are 4-0 right now. But also,
Oh, 4.
sorry, that's what I meant. 0-4. but I feel like every game has been really close.
They're not an
Well,
0-4 team.
It was map 5
They're
round
not.
11. What was the second one?
They're not. They're so good to not be 0-4.
I don't
It's
know.
actually criminal they're 0-4.
Dude, I'm so ready to go on the rant. Keep on saying your point.
Yeah, so it was map 5 round 11. They lost to the ROKKR.
Yep.
I don't remember the other ones, but I know it was map 4 LEDs, LEDs, which was the 250-249.
Dude, what is that?
That was
Jeez, by the way.
Envoy pops into to win the game. And then obviously the recent match against OpTic, which was the game 5. And I was like, that was a really winnable game. Then they got 1v2'd by Kyler. Like that 1v2 was the dagger,
that
for sure.
was the worst play I've ever seen in my life.
No, literally. That
Oh my
Kyler
gosh.
1v2 was the dagger.
Yo,
Like,
I
that's what
saw
I'm saying,
so many blunders.
What was their other game? Was it Ravens?
I'm forgetting what was their last game, week 1. It wasn't.
I think it was Ravens. Oh, that's a weird feeling. I don't know.
Regardless, they're 0-4.
Yeah. Yes.
But I don't feel like they're an 0-4 team.
What she was saying earlier, they're probably better than most other 0-4 teams. Because like,
I'm choosing them over Falcons 100%.
Exactly.
Okay, who
But
else?
like-
Okay, here's my question. Besides Falcons, besides arguably ROKKR right now, who else are you like for sure taking them over?
For sure, I don't have an answer for you, but I could phrase things in a way where I think you could.
Who could you argue they have a pretty good chance, maybe like positive chance, like 60-40 odds, 55-45?
I think 51-49 for Heretics. I think you might be able to make that argument for like Breach or for Vancouver, maybe. Probably not Breach. I think Breach is pretty good actually, but like maybe Vancouver. But like if Breach is having an off day, I could see it.
Also, I would like to add like who I'm thinking was going to win the series, if that's okay.
Yep.
Even though I was gassing up, how this team's probably better 0-4. I still have ROKKR taking a map 5. I feel like ROKKR. I honestly love those ROKKR teams so much. Like I've loved Paul since not Paul. Sorry, I've loved that trio. Paul is growing on me. Nero's really good, and I feel like Gio could have an underrated series. But it just depends on if it's the day or not. Because if it's not the day, ROKKR probably getting shit slammed with my like map 3, round 3. Sorry, Gio. I'm sipping. But yeah, but I feel like ROKKR. I feel like there's gonna be a good day for ROKKR that day, and I have ROKKR 3-2.
Shane, do you want to say your vote real quick so I can be potentially a tiebreaker here?
Yeah, I'm going with LAG. Whether it's a game 5, I don't care. I don't care the score line. I just think LAG is gonna win.
Yeah.
All right, guys, it's time for my rant.
It's time.
LAG.
Yep.
All right.
They're on
yeah, I think this seems fucking dog shit. I mean, listen, I hear everyone saying, "Oh, they're better than 0-4." I am going to play devil's advocate, hopefully well. Okay. How do we know their week 2 wasn't just a life week out of them, and they still went bad? Because here's the thing, y'all. Okay, so real quickly, I'll argue it from the other team's perspectives. We had Thieves. Yo, there was no teamwork on the side of Thieves that series. They were all playing pretty mediocre. It took like 1 year play out Envoy to win that map 4.
Yeah.
OpTic series. We had Hook drop a 0.7. That guy was that was a master stinker out of Hook, the guy that was supposed to come in and replace Pred. Okay, and I mean for the side on LEG, listen, man. Like I actually am concerned. Even though they're 0-4, I'm concerned their players are actually overperforming. Guys, we had Kismet 3 out of 4 series go positive, and the other one went neutral. Kismet.
Right. Wait, really?
The guy that's supposed to be like a 0.90, he's going that positive, okay? And then not to mention the other players, outside like Priesta, like, I feel like Sky's, Sky's Lens, it's weird for them. It's been like a little inconsistent, but you've been having maps where like, yo, like they're playing really good, and then like couple maps where it's like, oh man, couple blunders, but like, I feel like players-wise, you're actually getting some over-performances. I'm even like Priesta, like, okay, Priesta's not playing great, but you even see like a couple matches of them, they're like good. You have this team that was super good at vault control. They have a 3-1 record, right? But guess what, y'all? We got a new control coming in. The vetoes are about to be so different. They're not gonna get full control every fucking series anymore. Like, you're gonna have to play like a couple Hosties, a couple protocols. So what are they still going to be playing super good? I mean, that's like sort of like hypothetical. Like, all we've seen so far is okay, they're super good on Vault. What is going to happen then? I don't know, man.
I offer a counterpoint to your counterpoint?
Yeah, go for it.
I think when talking about strength of schedule, like losing to Thieves, I would say is reasonably expected for every team, right? I think
course.
everyone collectively agreed going into this year, Thieves are probably the best team on paper. So like, I think like that's expected. Granted, those maps were very close. Without an Envoy insane 2-piece at the very end, they win that map. They're going map 5, like, and we all know map 5 could fucking nerves, inconsistencies.
Okay, but
people
the
are just bad at search.
counter to my counter.
Wait.
Thieves played
They
so
also
mediocre
played
week
OpTic.
Too. Yeah,
They
both
also
those teams
played
so mid that week. They
You
both
should,
played so mid.
yes, but on paper you should expect them to lose to those teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like so like I think them playing reasonably well against Thieves is a good sign. Sure, they still lost, and you know, to say like logically consistent, FaZe lost to Thieves, so did LEG. Like, you lost, it doesn't matter, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think they did play very well. I think like they lost to teams that they were expected to. I think they are better than 0-4. Not the player, their record. I think they're better than 0-4, right? And I think like if they played worse teams, you know, they wouldn't be 0-4 right now. Like, did we ever fact check who their fourth match was? Did they actually play Ravens as well?
No,
Yeah, I just checked. It's Ravens.
That's 3 out of the 4 best teams. Like,
yeah, I got that bang on.
okay, but like, see,
like sure,
my main
of course they lost to Ravens.
They're also
so did everyone
good.
else. Sure, they lost to Thieves. So did everyone else. Like, you know, yes, of course they lost to the 2-4-0 teams. So did everyone else they played.
When you put it like that, it's like, oh damn, like yo, LAG, like damn, good for them. They're competitive, bro. Yeah. I just don't
That's
think
the
Thieves,
point I'm making.
No, but like we're not fully diving into it. I think Thieves played very mediocre second week. They even said that themselves. They were not the same team that they were the first week. OpTic, Hook just came in. He doesn't know their system. He was running around. He was clueless, dropping 0.7s, and you're still beating LAG. They had Kismet. Yo, we haven't seen Kismet play this good in like since Champs Grand Finals MW2, and he still lost every fucking series.
Yeah. If LAG were to beat those teams, it would have been now.
It had to have been, bro. That was going to be their best chance to ever beat OpTic, ever.
Especially OpTic. LAT's part, like, I guess you can like make argument.
I think if we had any other team in this situation, like if FaZe lost to Ravens, Thieves, and OpTic in the exact same situations, you'd be like, well, of course they're the best teams. Of course they lost. Like, yeah, man, it was close.
No,
like, I think you would be making this the same.
We're not saying, oh, of course FaZe lost the cookie crumble. No, that's why we're all sitting here overreacting, be like, oh my god, they're gonna change, they're gonna get the thunder from down under Pred because like they lost the cookie crumble and sells negative and like yada 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 yada. Like, no, we are not saying the same thing, Shane. This hypothetical world that you're trying to live in.
Someone's phone's going crazy.
No, it's not there because we didn't say that for FaZe.
No. I think if you put like Ultra in this situation and you said, well, Ultra lost to LA Thieves in a reasonably close match. Envoy had to have an insane life second where he popped a 2-piece to win a map.
But it's Ultra.
They also no. Oh, they also lost to Ravens. Another 4-0 team. Collectively, I'd argue the best team right now. Oh, they lost to OpTic. Oh man. Ultra lost to 3 out of the 4 best teams. Darn. Like, unlucky bracket for them. Unlucky schedule for them. But they still played well. They still played competitive. I think they're still okay as a team. You'd be saying that exact thing. You're just not giving LAG the same respect.
This is the difference, Shane, okay? I think LAG, the second week, they punched above their weight big time, okay? Yes, if LAG that week played the mid-pack teams, yeah. I think
they probably win.
This is where I'm coming in, I'm playing devil's advocate, and this is my opinion, though. I don't think they're going to play that. I don't think that was LAG. I don't think Kismet is going to have a positive series fucking 100% of the time. I do not think that's going to happen. If anyone's going to say or tell me that will happen, I'm calling bullshit on it.
I won't.
So
I won't.
So like that's the thing, but like so Shane, like what happens when this ROKKR series comes around? Oh my god, guess what? Kismet dropped to 0.9. Oh my god, Priesthood dropped to 0.7. Oh my god, they lost. Wow. Are we gonna sit here and be like,
do you think the LEG that we saw? I'm gonna go down the list. Do you think the LEG we saw in week 2? Do you think they beat Vancouver?
Okay, dude, you don't have to see and go through one by one. I think the LEG from week 2 beats like at least like a third of the middle pack. Like they'll probably beat like your Surges, your Heretics. They would beat ROKKR if they played week 2. Maybe Cloud9. You're losing
Falcons.
me everywhere else. Oh, Falcons, of course, right. Falcons, no matter what they're beating. Falcons, no matter what they're beating.
All right, so you
But
would
that's the thing,
agree
though,
they just played really good teams, so of course they lost.
No. That was LEG
That's
playing.
what we're saying here.
No.
They
Well,
played
I'm
good
saying,
teams, so they lost.
Yeah. They played good teams, they lost, but they looked so good because they punched above their weight. I don't think that's the true them. We'll see throughout the rest of this major cycle, but I don't think that was them. So with that being said, I'm gonna say stuff's gonna simmer down a little bit. I'm gonna take ROKKR. I think it could be a game 5 once again. Fish, did you have game 5 ROKKR?
You think going into this, they're not going to have a fire? You think they think they're an 0-14? They're going to come out with passion. They had a nice break. They got to see their family. They got to spend time with their loved ones. Dude, they're coming in with some passion. They're about to know this Paul X.
Bro, Astro's been a walk of 0.7. You don't think he's like, damn, I'm about to get dropped in 2 weeks. I got to lock in. Like, you don't think that's going on?
I mean, I don't know if ROKKR's making a change in 2 weeks, but...
Well, whatever. I guess the major's in like a whole month. Okay, a month from now.
I mean, I'm sure they have a fire and passion, but like, dude, LEG is gonna come different, bro. I know it. Like, I'll let you guys move ROKKR on into the bracket. Majority cheese. But for the fans at home, LAG should win.
I'm so with you. If week 2 LEG comes back, they'll for sure win that series.
Absolutely.
I just personally don't see it.
They just got unlucky scheduling wise.
I don't know. Okay.
All right. We had Vancouver moving on. Yes.
Vancouver Surge versus the Carolina Royal Ravens.
Called it a 3-1. Let's move on.
Same. That's literally what I have.
Called it a 3-1. Let's move on.
What map do y'all think Surge is winning? It might be 3-0.
It might be a 3-0,
but like I feel like Surge has at least like one of them.
Yeah, dude, they're gonna
maybe like S&D.
Oh, we beat Cloud9. We could do it. Like they're gonna be hyped up a little bit.
That's what I'm saying.
They're gonna get one. You know, maybe it's a sneaky S&D. Maybe 0-4 goes huge randomly. You know.
Yeah.
3-1.
I feel like there's not a lot to talk about this series.
Yeah, they're playing the best team in the league right now.
Who would have guessed Cookie Crumble would have been the go?
See, this is weird because like, we're obviously talking about like our predictions as like a group, right? We have Ravens versus Surge. Obviously, if it's Ravens versus Surge, I absolutely do think it'll be like 3-1, 3-0. What I would quickly like to say on my behalf, I personally have Cloud9 being Surge, and I think Cloud9. I'm not gonna say they will beat Ravens, but like I think that would be infinitely more interesting than Ravens versus Surge.
I mean,
obviously, you know,
of course.
We got
like,
Surge.
C9. What they got reverse sweep by Ravens, no?
Yeah, exactly, man. That's why,
sweep.
I think we'll talk about like Ravens a little bit more in these like bigger matchups. But I'm definitely like, I'm worried people are overrating Ravens a bit. But we'll get into that a little bit. We'll talk about it maybe in the semis. Right. Maybe Ravens makes a final. But all right, the next series.
Breach OpTic. What a rematch.
Does Boston Bleach do it again, y'all? They've beaten them 2 times in a row. Granted, one was MW3, but the organization, Boston Bleach, we've beaten OpTic twice in a row. Is third time the charm for OpTic, or is Boston the curse?
Yeah, as you said, Boston, they've been looking really good. Like, genuinely really good.
Really good.
But,
Awake is the truth.
Snoopy's awake, bro. Oh my Cammy's looked better, but he's not looking bad. Who's there? Nero? Or no.
Persian Nassim.
Purge's ass. I love Purge's ass.
No, he's actually. I don't know. Okay, like he's ass.
I think Purge not it.
What's like weird about Purge? I forgot who said this on what fucking podcast. I like so agree with it though. Purge is not bad against the mid pack teams. Like the teams
I
you
think
would
you said
think
that, bro.
like he like should be being like whatever or like 50-50. He plays good.
He does
It's
well.
just these like super top matches where he has,
Okay.
He's just
the
dude.
Purge
You're running
stinkers.
into a Gwyn, like tough.
Well, not even. I'm talking about like the big boys. Like you're running against Dashy and Shotzi. You're running up against
Right.
Scrap and Hydra.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he does get
For what
slayed.
it's worth,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
OpTic win.
Yeah, I was to say I have
I have OpTic winning.
even with Boston looking pretty good. I do have OpTic winning. I think 3-1, only because I feel like I don't know. I feel like OpTic has been looking really good, especially in scrims. I feel like, and obviously, like you can't count Boston out. I feel like this is like one of the most 50-50 series so far, honestly.
Ooh, 50-50.
Well, like I feel I feel like definitely Boston could win, but also it's OpTic could win as well. Like it's like one of those things. Like I'm not like this was like one of the hardest choices out of my pickups for sure. But
No, that's
I
fair.
did choose OpTic 3-1.
Yeah, I think OpTic's gonna win. I don't know if it's 50-50 to me. Like I think if you ask me, OpTic are playing Breach, you know, how many times are OpTic gonna win? I'd probably say like 60 to 65 out of the 100. Right? I don't think it's like 50-50 for me.
I might even go a little more. I'd maybe personally go like 70-30.
Yeah, okay, sure, I'll meet you at 70.
Yeah.
But like they've done it before, you know, you can't count them out.
That's what I'm saying.
You
Like
know?
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's 50-50
But-
to me because he beat him earlier. But obviously that was on
like,
Pred. They have Hook
Yeah,
now,
they
so
had
maybe things
so
are
many
different.
issues at the time.
And
Like
Kenny dropped one like 20-24 or like 20-42 or something shit like that.
yeah, I think OpTic,
Tough Kenny.
especially if they could get a Hossie. If they could get a Hossie in,
Yeah.
like
I'm saying if they're awake now, I feel like this series is done. But like
Yeah.
again, I just can't count Boston out, especially for how good they're looking. Plus they've already beat them. That's how I see it, anyways.
yeah, but I think OpTic's moving on 3-1.
Let me see. I have OpTic 3-1.
I'll call it 3-1 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I fully agree with like Shane's point. It's gonna be interesting to talk about OpTic because like they have been looking like really good on Hasi. So like it's gonna be weird. Like is Hasi actually gonna translate to matches where that's like their map, or we're gonna get to a point where like teams like you sort of have to veto if you play OpTic if you don't have a permaban yourself. I mean that's like the other thing like with like teams like what about like teams with like permabans like do you just forfeit a hard point against OpTic like we gotta see how it translates to like
I don't think
matches.
you'd forfeit maps against a team like OpTic. Like Bruce will
but,
run your
like,
pockets
no,
if you
Shane,
forfeit
like,
a map.
okay, granted, like it's COD. I think COD's a little bit of like a different variance compared to like other esports. But like, man, like if you got a permaban, you got a permaban. Like you've been permabanning it for a reason. You're probably ass. Like right. So it's like no, but that's like like I do love it when like teams like they do try and play the permaban to like, but like I like when they like use it as like a throw off, right? Like I don't even know if like Breach has perm. I haven't been paying attention to vetoes like that at all.
Right.
But yeah, that's like the thing. Like I think with OpTic, like well, I think first you see this minor if they are them at Hasi hardpoint, and if they are them at Hasi hardpoint, yeah, that's
which
when
I
we have. The
I will say
about...
scrims have been showing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Scrims have been showing they are them at Hasi.
It should. It's
Probably.
OpTic, but
it should. Yeah.
You never know until you know. You know. Okay.
However, one more thing on Breach. Yo, shout out the Breach. They are performing way better than like I think anyone expected going into this year, and I haven't seen them get their flowers. I saw, granted, it's a lot of OpTic fan cheese, like fluke, like doesn't matter, blah 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 blah.
He threw.
We need to give them their credit. Breach is like unironically one of my favorite orgs in the CDL, and they deserve their flowers. They're playing well right now.
I agree. I think people have not gassed them enough up for how
I agree.
Been performing.
So Breach, good job. Also,
shout out to Breach.
Breach also have the best bundle. Shout out Breach.
Yes, they do. They automatically have the best.
Yeah, they're like double downing on being great. Love that for the Breach.
Good for them.
FaZe versus Thieves. What a rematch. What a rematch.
What a banger.
What a rematch.
Go ahead, FaZe fan.
You can do two I will just like say how it is. We probably all have LAT winning. However, this is like
this is the closest match so far.
Back to the conversation with FaZe. What kind of FaZe do we see? Yo, FaZe gets 3-0'd, or it's like 3-1, but like all the maps Thieves ones are like super convincing. That's when it's like
150.
Shit, man. Like FaZe might not be there, but like, bro, like if they lose another game 5, I'm like I don't think we need to like have these convos about it. If we take Thieves to game 5, unless like Thieves is like just like crypto throwing, Hydra has a 0.5, like yeah, like you
Right.
know, like
Yeah.
I just want to see FaZe be competitive. That's like what I'm
Me
hoping
too.
for. I would be
That's
happy
like
with a game 5.
I think
I
FaZe
would as
need a
well.
confidence win. I think that's what they
Oh,
need.
for sure. Yo, if FaZe somehow wins this, which I don't think is out of the realms, because
It's
I
not.
don't think it's out of the
Definitely not.
realms.
yeah, like
It's
they
FaZe,
went to
bro.
game
Like,
5
it's
last time.
definitely not.
Yeah, it's FaZe. Yo, they might just shoot their guns again, so you might not have a negative KD, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yo,
No.
FaZe wins this, like I will say they're back. I
I'll say
will
they
fixed some
overreact
of their
and
that's
issues.
fair.
just say they're back, but
I mean, that's
know?
fair. Like, bro, they beat what? Like, arguably the best team in the league
Yeah,
when
I mean, I
Yeah.
think
they're only
well,
1-3 and
I
whatever
think Shane somehow some way trying to argue Carolina maybe, but like no, I think it's like for sure.
Carolina
Thieves.
defo better. We'll get to it later, but
We'll get to
Carolina's
it
better.
Oh
But yeah,
my
We'll get to
god.
it later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, it's like a matter of which phase shows. If it's the phase we know and we know like what they can play, it's definitely gonna be a competitive series. But I'm just like, obviously there'll be heretics, but I still don't think they'll be at the performance, at least this minor. Like, I feel like they could definitely, like, if they lose to, like, definitely if they lose to Thieves, then they'll probably, like, hopefully they'll be better later. But, because I don't think they'll be better now. I think now is a little, like, also, like, it might not be too soon, but I do think Thieves are also getting better as well. Like, also, it's not like, oh, like, FaZe getting better, Thieves are doing nothing to get better. It's, like, not like
Right.
that.
Mhm.
But yeah, I do have LA winning this 3-1, actually, in my pick'ems.
Oh,
3-1.
what you got?
What
Shane?
map do you think FaZe is gonna win?
Probably S&D. I don't think control.
So like
I don't know if it'd be
4
the
out of
S&D.
5 game modes they have a
FaZe has
chance?
been struggling S&D. I would say it's weird for FaZe, man, because like okay, like on paper when you break it down, it's like okay, they've been shot S&D. Control 50-50, but he also lost to Falcons somehow. Like
Falcons, yeah,
he's
that's what I'm
been
saying.
there.
Like probably a hard point.
Hard point's been like meh, but like yeah,
These
like
Yeah,
hard
they
points,
They just come out hot map 1. They win that real quick.
maybe.
And then Thieves is like, all right, well, you know, we'll show you what's going on here. Like,
I don't really like think too much about my caps. I just think whatever comes to my mind. And
No, that's
Yeah.
I'm also like the same way.
I think if FaZe win this match against the Thieves, I think they have a way higher chance to win the entire thing than I currently have them at.
Oh, for sure.
man, I would agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
I think
Because like looking
that
at the
is
rest of the
reasonable.
back bracket, like
Not
we'll
sure
use
how
this as
these might be
we'll
much
use this
close.
as a segue into the next one. But like if they beat Thieves here, they're probably gonna play Ultra. Because Ultra's gonna play up against we agreed ROKKR.
ROKKR.
By we I mean y'all. I think this is an Ultra win.
Yeah.
Pretty clearly, actually.
Yeah. I love my Toby DNX. I love that guy.
Yeah,
Beans,
love that guy.
I think we obviously have ROKKR. I think regardless who they play, I think not only Ultra.
Yeah, I think Ultra walks out of here.
Dude,
Yeah.
where are y'all thinking map score? I no joke. I think
3-0.
Ultra really good. I think regardless who they play, it's like 3-0, maybe 3-1.
I'm at a 3-0 here.
Yeah.
I have 3-2 in my pick'ems. Only because I feel like
Wait versus ROKKR.
only because yes. Only because
Wait,
of
we
the
think Paul X running a masterclass
Dude, he
tournament? What are
might,
we
bro. He
talking about
might,
here?
yo.
What are we
No,
talking
only
about?
because of like the Heretics, like map 5 round 11, the Surge map 5 round 11. I feel like
That's
either ROKKR or LA are on like those caliber teams, so that's why like I did it. But like, I feel like I said
This is
I
Twip
do have
Rio.
Toronto winning 3-2.
No,
But,
I 110% like see where you come from. Like Ultra, like as good as they've been, yeah, it's a little concerning. Yeah, map 5 against Heretics.
Yes, that's what
They
I'm
went
saying.
map 5 and Search. I look, you forgot that. They played
Surge, yeah, it was map 5 round 11. I remember.
Oh,
I
yo,
remember
it so was. Beans
It was.
Masterclass. Beans.
Yes.
Yeah. That was that series. Yeah, no, that is
Yes.
concerning. But also, like,
That's why I did 3-2. Like, because I think either ROKKR or LA are those caliber teams, maybe even better. So that's why I did 3-2. That's like part I'm most concerned about. But
No,
I don't know
that's
if
fair.
ROKKR's better, but
yeah.
no,
But,
like,
like,
you know,
you see
record
where I'm
wise,
coming
they're
from.
better. But yeah, okay, like, I will say,
Like,
I
player-wise.
think ROKKR will regress a little bit. I don't think they're like sixth best team or whatever like they are in the standings.
Right.
I definitely do think they're like bottom 4, and like for those other teams like okay, like Heretics, Surge, I feel like they're like cusp bottom 4. Like they're like
Right.
somewhere 7 through 9. Like I would say those
Okay.
teams are like a little better than ROKKR. Really, I know record says otherwise, but
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
But
I mean, we
But
can
I just
we
have
can
to
meet
agree.
in like the middle. We could say 3-1.
3-1.
3-1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
we
happy.
can
I'm happy
go.
with 3-1.
All right.
Next up, we
Now we
got
got some juicers, gentlemen.
Ravens OpTic, right?
Ravens versus OpTic Texas.
Let's start.
Okay, Shane, I want you to argue first. You're high on this Carolina team. I'm
I
a little torn
think
myself.
Gwyn is
What's
the
up?
best player in the world right now. I think
Okay, right now.
statistically he's showing that as well.
Wait, who? Gwyn?
Gwyn.
Alright.
I'm pretty sure Gwyn's number one in like 4 of the KD categories. Like Gwyn is a superstar. Slasher's playing way better than like I think anyone expected him going into this year. I think they're already on a high being 4-0. I think they're coming in like I would say they're getting like pretty good matchup. Like if I were ROKKR, or I'm so sorry, if I was Ravens and I wanted like a comeback warm up match, you know, I think Vancouver or Cloud9 would be like they're good enough that like you have to be on it to win, but like you know you could still lose if you're being silly. I genuinely think like ROKKR, dude, I keep saying ROKKR,
Stop
Ravens,
calling ROKKR.
dude, I genuinely think the Ravens are really good right now, really good. They have the best map count in the CDL currently. They're also 4-0. They've played like some okay competition. Like I genuinely think they're good. I am a little worried about like some players regressing. Like I don't think Gwyn's gonna be this all year. I don't think Slasher's gonna be this all year. You know? But I do think I have them over OpTic. Which is so crazy to say. Because I don't think we've ever said this about the Ravens team versus OpTic since they've been in the CDL.
No, never.
Like at all.
I want to challenge your point a little bit when it comes to Ravens. So we're talking Gwyn. He's looking insane. Slash looking insane. You said it briefly. They've played okay competition.
Okay, competition.
That's what concerns me, man. Is like, okay, are they 4-0? Yeah, they've looked good. I mean, I guess considering their competition, has it not been a little closer than maybe we would like? I mean, like, you know,
It was a 3-0 against FaZe.
Okay, the 3-0 against FaZe, absolutely insane.
Yeah.
But so let's break down some of the other results. Okay, I totally forgot what happened in the LAG series. It must have been like a 3-1 then. I definitely know for sure
3-1, I
LAG
think
won
so.
the control. Okay, so we
Yes.
have first Falcons.
The 3-1.
You lost
Falcons.
the S&D. Map
Yep.
4 was really close protocol, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
It was like a 250
Yeah, it
to
was.
2 something. It wasn't like 240s, 230s, like super close.
I don't remember,
was
but I
very
know it
close.
was close. Yeah.
And this is, by the way, a Carolina team that we're putting as like best hardpoint team. Like just like their systems look great. Oh, and also protocol.
Right.
Protocol is probably the best hardpoint. Like people are talking about
Protocol
how
probably is.
yeah, like they look great on protocol. Like they just have the map down. Their system is great. So, and
Yeah.
we're only beating by Falcons by 20 points. And then you know the last series, Cloud9. Sorry, that was a reverse sweep. Cloud9 could have. I'm not gonna say 3-0 vault control was definitely like Ravens, but like could have been like a 3-1 or even like 3-2 Cloud9.
Right.
Like I don't know, man.
I
I'm
think,
still super high. I'm just not as high to say like best team in the
As me.
game. Gwyn
Yes,
might be
yes.
best player. I need to see the bigger sample size versus the good team. I'm not saying they can't. Like I can maybe see the world where like they go into maybe the finals, maybe win. They might be that good. I just haven't
Right.
seen the sample size yet, and it's hard for me to argue against the sample size.
Okay, well let me tell you on a few things here then, right? I think them 3-0ing FaZe is very important. Like them showing like, hey, no matter who you are on paper, like we will show up and we will win. I think that's a very important thing. Because like Fishcat alluded to it earlier, when you see Celium, you see Simpanabeezy on the other team, like that could check some players. Like
Not let it go.
like I'm sure like, you know, I don't know, Paul X loading in, Purge the Seam loading in is looking at that shitting a brick, you know, but seeing like Gwyn go toe to toe is important. Seeing Gwyn still statistically be the best player right now, I think is very important. I think Litigoat's leadership and him having that good leadership, but also playing extremely well is important. I think like them showing the resilience to be able to come back and reverse sweep Cloud9 is very good. I think that's like an important quality to have as a team. Them losing some maps or being like very close and competitive with Falcons, I think is a little alarming, of course.
Yep.
But like, I don't want to say you could chalk it up to Falcons were playing well. I don't want to be that guy to chalk it up and be like, yo, it's Falcons. They probably didn't try as hard as they wanted to try.
Yeah.
You know, like think about matches we've all played. Like, oh, that guy's a shitter. Like, I'm gonna breeze through this. Oh wait, this guy's shooting today. Let me like actually play this game now. You know, I don't want to be that guy and chalk it up to something like that because all these guys are professionals. They should be going at 100% every second of every game. But like, I could see that, and then they obviously, I would say clearly, like beat LAG. You know, I think those are important qualities to have. You're beating teams you should be beating. Teams on paper that are better than you are still performing at a very high level. You're still winning. You have the resilience to reverse sweep a team. Like, I think these are all very good qualities, and they're all playing well right now. That I think this is their time. 4 months from now, probably having a different conversation, realistically. But I think right now everything is coming together for them, and I think that's important. Hopefully, I sold you a little bit.
Like I hear you. I hear you. I mean,
Yeah.
you're selling me a little
For
more.
sure.
I'm still not 100% there.
Right.
I'm still taking OpTic. I definitely think it'll be like close versus OpTic. Like I'm not saying it's gonna be like a wish wash. I just you know, like
But
I
like,
just,
if Hook has another 0.7, Kenny's playing
like,
bad.
no.
Slasher,
I
Slasher
so hear you
vetoes
there.
Hossie. Like,
Yeah, like if
like
Slasher
I could
vetoes-
see them winning if those happen. You
Fake
know,
Hossie, man,
if
it's
something goes
fake
bad for
Hossie.
OpTic, I think Ravens would definitely run with it for sure. But
right?
I don't know. I feel like OpTic is just looking too good right now. Obviously, yeah, Ravens they're 4-0, but
But
like I
like,
was saying, like Falcons it was 3-1. Harper was close. What? Go ahead.
can you even say they're playing super well right now? You even said they were a 50-50 against the Breach.
Yeah. Get to breach, yeah. But I'm like,
Well, Raven are clearly better than the Breach.
No,
like,
I hear you, but I just don't think Ravens are.
you
like,
can't say they're
not
like,
all
oh, they're
bro.
that
I don't
good,
know.
and then you're saying they're a 50-50
Well, no, he
against a
goes like
team
based
we
off,
agree
like,
is
scrims a little
middle.
bit, but
He had
Yeah,
the same
no.
information for the Boston
I feel
match.
like I just think what Nick was saying. I think people are definitely overhyping Ravens a little bit.
I think
Like,
people
yeah,
are
4-0,
overhyping
but
Ravens for sure.
I
But
still
I
think
think
like
everything's coming
OpTic.
together.
I still think OpTic could definitely like take this as well. Like I don't think like it's a clear Ravens.
Yeah, I don't
for
think
sure.
it's a 3-0, but like,
But like that's I think I have like OpTic leaning more for sure though. I have OpTic. I think 3-1 in my pick ones.
I think 3-1's a little tough.
yeah,
No, 3-2.
I
Gwyn
I
is
see OpTic
statistically
probably
the best player right now.
Okay, but yo, guess what? Your number 1 player is playing against number 2 and number 3. Is he still gonna be
True.
number 1 in the lobby? I don't know, man.
Probably
I
not
don't-
number 1 in the lobby, but like, I think they've shown us things that are super important.
No, like this was another series that like I just chose whatever I thought. So I chose OpTic.
I think OpTic have the heavier hitters, but I
For
don't
sure.
think OpTic is playing as well as Ravens right now.
Okay, but we're based off matches solely, or
Yeah.
I mean, okay, yeah, but then that's just like
Like, let me ask you, Nick.
I can't judge
If
both these
Breach
teams
and
like
Ravens played right now, how much would Ravens win?
Ray, probably like 70-30, 75-25. Pretty convincing.
That is a higher rating than you gave OpTic over Breach.
right.
Shouldn't that say
but
something to you?
But that's just because I've seen Breach beat OpTic. So dude, Shotzi
Yeah, I don't
might be shitting his pants when he
have
sees Snoopy.
seen.
I don't know. But
Defo
like,
not.
is he
Defo
shitting the
not.
pants against Vivid? Cookie Crumble? Dude, they all think Cookie Crumble's a meme. They all think he's a joke. Like,
shout Tease. Bro.
Okay,
I love
calling-
T-shirt. I can't be
calling
calling
Tease
Cookie.
Cookie Crumble is a meme.
I'm fatter than the guy. I don't
Oh.
know like why I'm even calling him Cookie Crumble, but yeah. Regardless, I mean,
I don't know. I don't think 4 months from now we're gonna have the conversation that Raven is still this good. But dude, I think everything's coming together. Dude, their side of the bracket
No, I hear you for sure.
so much easier.
I feel like what you're saying. Like,
Yo, Fishcat, you're checking no for that.
no, I feel like what we were saying earlier. Like, I feel like
Like,
if Ravens would beat OpTic, it would be now for sure. But
dude, like they don't have to
know.
play
It's
Thieves. They
tough.
don't have to play Ultra. They don't have to play FaZe. Guarantee they're not playing 2 of those teams. Like,
yeah.
the hardest
No, I
competition they
hear
have
you.
on their side is OpTic. And I think they're playing better than OpTic. Especially if Litigo is like, yo, I've seen them on a Hossie. I know exactly how good Kenny is. I know exactly how good Dashy is. Like, We are avoiding this. Let's get as much protocol as we can.
Why can't we say the flip thing for OpTic? What if OpTic just bans protocol? And you're playing like red card vault or whatever, red card skyline.
Then let's play red card because OpTic is horrible at red card. OpTic statistically are not good at red card.
Okay, based off matches.
What are we talking about?
Wait, based off what? Based off what?
Based off matches. Based off matches, they are not good at red card.
Okay, we get yo, dude, like scrims. Yo, we got to count scrims a little bit. Like no.
Wait, dude. Okay. If we count scrims, every team should be 4-0 because every team scrims every time you ask him is going great.
No, I'm not. No.
No one's ever
like
lost
OpTic
scrim,
are like
bro.
streaming their scrims. Like okay, I don't think they're like horrible at red card.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they lost to Boston, I think. But like okay, you also don't need to play red card. What if it's like Skyline Vault? Like I'm just living hypothetical. But I think like okay, the way we guarantee Hossie for OpTic, I would also guarantee protocol for Ravens, but if OpTic just bans protocol, I think the maps would be hard to call.
And then you would have the Ravens choose red card. They win that. Like
okay, but I don't know.
We've seen the Ravens on Vault Control. They're pretty good at it. Like,
oh, and is OpTic not good at Vault? Like,
dude, I think OpTic are fine on Vault, but I think this is Raven series. I think this is Raven series, honestly. Like, I know when they get 3-0 slammed, they get shit on, they get teabagged.
We're clipping this.
I know we're going to come back to this. I'm going to get the fish cat shit talk. This guy sucks. He doesn't know ball. Get him out of here. Like, I know it's coming, but like, Jesus Christ. Like, this is Raven series. Like, they have good players. They have a good map set. They're playing pretty good teams for them to play. Like,
I hear you.
I think this is their time.
Yeah, you did make a good argument.
Here's my
dude. They're not playing Thieves, Ultra, or
dude,
FaZe.
This is
two
the
of
same
those
thing
guaranteed.
as my
Easy
like
bracket.
LAG point from earlier. Like, yo, if we're playing week 2 of last month, yeah, Ravens. I'm so hearing you. I just think like with an extra month of Hook shouldn't be dropping 0.7s. Ravens. Like I still
Hook
think they're gonna be
Kenny
good, but I don't think
bad.
Ravens are gonna be the number 1 fucking team. Like I'm not seeing. Like
do you think they're not the number 1 team because they're actually not the number 1 team, or because this is very unexpected from the roster and you're looking at these other rosters on paper?
Thieves is number 1, like for sure.
I think on paper Thieves is number 1.
Ravens is like top 4 for sure. Anything else though, you're losing me a little.
Who's better than the Ravens outside of Thieves in your opinion?
Bro, Ultra could be better. OpTic could be better. I'm not saying they're like for sure. Like that's the thing with Ravens, man. It's like they're not super proven. You have to see it.
Yeah.
When I see it,
I think this is their time.
I will buy the Raven stocks. Yeah, the Raven stocks will be at like a bad price, but I'll buy the Raven stock. I'm not buying it now, bro.
If Ravens 3-0 OpTic, right?
If Ravens 3-0 OpTic, I will be sky fucking high on them, bro. I will be more of a fanboy than you are of them right now. But
I don't think I'm a fanboy of them. I just think I'm looking at something.
However high you're on them, I will be higher than that. I promise you that.
Honestly, yeah, I agree with that.
I would love nothing more than for like Slasher to be back and he's just the GOAT, and like Gwyn gets like a chip and shit, and like Tej makes a resurgence since like for his first chip since before. I would love nothing more than that, man. But like, I gotta see it to believe it. I can't just be a believer just based off hope. So with that,
do you think
I'm
like
with Fish.
this bracket is super fitting for them though? Like this is their time to do it.
The best thing though, man, if there was ever going to be like, dude, there's so many times in just like God history alone. Like, okay, if there was going to be a moment, it would have had to have been that. And there are so many scenarios where that is not taken upon. And I believe that's what's going to happen. I think, like, if you were ever going to win, like, a minor, this, or make a final of any kind of tournament, this is that. But I still don't think it's going to happen. I mean, I'm with you. If it was ever going to happen,
I think this is their time.
It has to be. It has to be.
So I think you both out veto me. OpTic win. I think you both agreed on 3-1, right?
I'd maybe go 3-2. I'll put 3-1.
I have 3-2. I have 3-2 in my pick.
Okay, I'll go 3-2 as well. I think it will be like super close, but
if it's super close, say Ravens lose a round 11, right?
Oh yeah,
Just
no,
a
no, no, no.
random-
I will still be like high on the like Shane. Like I will still be, but even if they lose, but it's like round 11, I will still be buying stocks. Like I'll be
Okay.
like, okay, I can see Raven go into Major 1 and like have a good weekend, dead ass win the
Yeah.
tournament. Like I'll see it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you take if you take Optic
That's
like
fair,
round
actually.
11, and then we see like
Optic round,
Optic look
yeah.
good against like Thieves and stuff, then like, yeah.
Okay, I hear you.
I'll be like this: if Optic looks like a tournament contender and you take him round 11, yeah, then like I'll buy into
I
it.
hear you. Yeah.
All right, Thieves Ultra. I think this is the best series we have so far.
Oh, best tournament,
Maybe.
best series of the year so far. Hopefully,
I think right now the best series of the year might actually be that FaZe Thieves one that we
it
had.
definitely is.
Yeah.
But I
This
think
is
this
my
has the
favorite
potential.
so far. Yeah.
Yeah, I think out of this minor, assuming our bracket goes the way it is, like
Yeah, I agree.
I think Thieves Ultra is a really good match. And then obviously
Especially
grand
if, like,
finals after this will be insane.
The Scrappy and Envoy leaving, especially like that.
Especially
playing-
with like
Oh yeah,
Scrap
I
Envoy
think about
leaving.
that.
Yeah, playing the whole team.
Yeah,
But like
no,
that also gives like Toby Jamie the fire to play super
Yeah,
well.
yeah. Toby, Jimmy, they don't want. Yeah,
I still think this is a Thieves 3-1.
I have 3-1 my pickups as well for these.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
much as I love,
With that said, it's
as
a
much as I
3-1.
love, as much as I love the Toronto Ultra guys, they look really really good. Honestly, I don't think like that's weird because
I see your face, Nick. I see you about to hype
No.
up Bean.
no. I'm not even like I so think it's Thieves, but like. I think like we're all in agreement. There's absolutely a world Ultra wins this. It's
yeah,
not
that's
a
what, that's,
super
what, that's what I
lightweight
was gonna
world.
say. That's what I was gonna say. Like to say like Ultra's out of it is like I think crazy.
I agree.
But like I do think the majority would say Thieves. Like I like because they look good. They look really good. But I also think Ultra definitely like it's not gonna be like a 3-0 shit slam. Like I feel like Ultra definitely have a chance to get some. But I feel like it won't be like I don't know. It's hard to explain. But I have Thieves 3-1 in mind.
No, I hear you, man. Like even if it's like a 3-1, this could deadass be like both hard points are 250, 200, SD's like 6-5. That's just like that
Yeah.
was like the reason I was like smirking with Shane. Like it's not even like oh like I'm gonna argue Ultra's winning, Beans bats.
Right.
No, but like
Yeah.
like this series excites me so much because this is potentially the two best teams in the game. I'm not saying for sure, but like potentially.
Yeah,
Potentially.
potentially.
And like yeah, this could be like the grand finals before the grand final, right? And I don't know, man, like what excites me about this series is yeah, I'm expecting Thieves to win, but like as we were saying for Ravens, I really hope we see Ultra like play good. Like I said, even like it can be
Right.
like 3-1, but like
Yeah,
like,
at least make
it's
it competitive.
yeah, make it really competitive. I'll be
Yes,
buying
yes.
more Ultra stocks if you make this competitive. I mean, yo, I already bought like 2 million Boston Beans coins, but like yeah, I might buy another 2 million if Beans he drops like a 1.2, but like loses when they're
Right.
losing, he's dropping like 1.2. He's just the goat, y'all. He's just the goat.
Definitely not the GOAT. But
no,
yeah,
absolutely
I
not the
think
goat.
I think this is Thieves' hardest match so far. I do favor them to win.
Yeah.
And I think we have Thieves
Yeah.
versus OpTic grand finals.
Is there a world Thieves versus Ultra is their hardest match of the tournament, or do we think the final will be the hardest?
I think finals.
I think that depends on like what OpTic we see. If we see the OpTic that loses to Breach or the OpTic that loses to Ravens, and
Well, but then we're not even seeing
like,
Optic.
well, hear me out.
Yeah.
Hear me out. If we're seeing like a shaky OpTic that like they sneak by Breach, they just Dashy just does a Dashy thing and gets a 2-piece around 11. Like they sneak by a Breach. They sneak by a Ravens, right? Then I think like yeah, Thieves Ultra would probably be their hardest match. But dude, OpTic Thieves is so sick. It's so sick.
Yeah.
The story,
If it does go like that, then yeah, OpTic. Yeah.
It's so sick. I'm shocked that the Thieves don't do like some sort of watch party like OpTic does. Like
Nate has a watch party. It's a
Nate
a
does
very
it on his stream.
mini one, but yeah. Well,
Or think about
like
how like OpTic does like Scum Zinni.
yeah, like have
does.
like them in like some sort of studio. Dude,
Yes, okay.
I think it'd be awesome to see like Nade Shot, maybe Courage, the Nub, and like Octane.
Nub.
Like I know they all live in different states, right? Like I know
Lure is the flank, bro.
Yeah,
mean,
that's your
yeah.
problem. Well, OpTics or
That's one
I'm
thing.
saying,
Like, that's what
But like
Octane's doing
Ben
his
J
play
and
stuff.
LaRue started a separate podcast.
Did they?
Yeah,
Is it called the Scrap Time?
No,
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like they're allowed to do that still,
I
obviously.
mean, yeah, I was just like, obviously, they're allowed to do it, but
The issue is like LaRue moved what? He moved to like Virginia or whatever.
did he?
Nate is in Texas.
Nate's in
I don't know where the
Texas,
nub is. Nub might just be in LA still.
The nub vanished.
Hey,
So.
yo, Oak House with the Oak Boys. I don't think any of them are there. I think like they all. But yeah, no. Well, he could like something like whatever. No,
Yeah.
that would be cool. But yeah, I'm not saying like Octane couldn't move on, but I do think he likes where he's at with like the flank watch
Yeah,
by
yeah,
stuff.
of
Like
course.
I think he
Of
does
course,
enjoy
of course.
being around like Tom and Ben and them. Like
Who's-
you
Maybe
know,
not more, but in that sort of setting.
Yeah.
They shot still pays
No.
him, chill out.
What would be interesting to see? Yo, does Nade pull up to the Hex quarters or wherever office they're in and
Yes.
watches a Thieves OpTic?
Yes.
That would be lit. That would be
Whoa.
lit.
Yes.
Yeah, I
He
hear you.
should. I think he
He
would.
should.
But yeah, no, he should for sure.
Yeah, but
Yeah, talk about the actual
Yeah.
series.
yeah, as I say,
See, like,
Yeah,
like
the
the
actual
thing is
series
that, like,
here.
what I'm worried about, I'm worried that's like why I brought up like the Ultra thing. I actually could see a world where like the Ultra series is like more competitive. Like, yeah, it might be like 3-1, but
Yeah,
I
for
could
sure.
also see a world where like, okay, it's a 3-1, but hard points are like 250, 150, S&D's like a 6-2 or whatever, right? Like I can
Yeah.
Right.
I definitely think like if OpTic make that's like how I feel about like Thieves in general. Like I definitely feel like Thieves is like for sure the best team, and if they play at their peak like they were in like week 1, I think they're like punching above everyone, except for like maybe
Yes, absolutely.
Ultra, maybe.
I think if Thieves play anyone in grand finals who are going to win, I think their closest match would be the Ravens. But we don't have the Ravens there. So I think
No, that's fair. No,
I
I
think
would.
Thieves are gonna win.
That's fair. Yeah.
Well, that's the like the thing, Shane. I think OpTic will make the final, but okay, like, I'll put it like this. Well, if Ravens beat OpTic and they that would mean like Ravens is like for sure the real deal. And, like if Ravens just like Ravens, then like yeah, I would think that'd be competitive. Like the way I see is like I think like Ravens might fall off like a little bit, and then like that gives OpTic
Right.
because that's the thing with
Yeah.
like OpTic. Like I like in like the Ravens series, like I definitely think it's OpTic, but I don't think it'll be a dashy 2-piece round 11. But I do think it's like a like
I was
narrow
just saying if they
edge.
skated by.
Yeah. Definitely
Yeah,
game
I
5.
think this is Thieves tournament to win
Agreed.
for sure. I think that if our bracket is wrong and Ravens make it to grand final, that will be the best match, and that will solidify who the best team is.
Okay.
But based off our bracket, I think this is Thieves all day.
Yep.
I see too many performances out of Hook and Kenny being, I don't want to say liabilities because that seems very rude, but they are not performing to the standard that we know Hook and Kenny could perform to.
Absolutely.
Like, dude, Kenny 4 rings. Like that guy could.
Kenny 4 rings, man.
Kenny could live in a universe where
Stop.
he has.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yo,
well,
wait, he
nope.
actually got
Nope.
engaged. He could be Kenny 5 rings.
Oh, I like that.
No,
I like that,
it's
yo.
no, it's just simply
But-
Kenny has 3 rings, 2 from Call of Duty, and that's that. He doesn't have.
But like
Or
the
Kyle.
Kenny we know that could be showing up is not showing up
Absolutely.
consistently enough that like
Yeah, yeah.
and like
Love
dude
Kenny, bro.
who
Yikes.
could just drop a 0.7? Who can just drop a 0.7 one day, and
Absolutely, yeah.
that's it. And if you drop a 0.7 against a team of Scrap, against a team of Hydra, Envoy who's been playing exceptionally well,
Yo, literally, bro.
against Gosi, and like, hey man, like you're gonna get slammed. Like if Hook is having a bad day and Kenny's having a bad day and you're playing the Thieves, you're just in for a loss.
Yeah,
like
absolutely. Absolutely.
like I think those two players really need
Yeah,
to step
like,
up.
OpTic need to be on like top of their game for even a chance to win against this team, I feel like.
Maybe not a chance, because like, dude, like I could see Bruce just mopping the floor. I could see Shotzi mopping the
You
floor.
reckon? Oh no.
I think
I
Bruce
don't
is
think
like,
they have a chance. Like as like y'all are kind of alluding at. If who can they're underperforming, I still think they have a chance. You
Yeah,
would,
if
I'm
they're
not saying
underperforming, I don't think they have a
Shotzi and
chance.
Dashi need to be like mopping the floor to like have a chance. But like I say, thing instead of focusing on like Shotzi,
Like
Dash,
a
I'm
bare
focusing
minimum, bro.
on Hook and Ken. That's like what I'm focusing
Right.
on. You got to focus on that, and then you got to hope the players on Thieves aren't like super duper. Like you got to hope like Envoy, he might have like the
Falls
0.9.
off.
Maybe Ghosty with like
Yeah.
0.9, right? And like that's like what's like so
Okay.
scary about like Thieves, man. It's like we're saying like, yo, you gotta hope this guy Envoy that's been getting like a 1.1. You gotta hope he like has 0.9.
Falls off.
Yeah.
Falls off though.
If I
Hey,
said,
it's not possible.
oh, go ahead.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I was just saying like it's not. I was like it's not possible for Envoy to drop 0.9, especially like because of his last year. Like he wasn't
Right.
that hot.
If I said like at the end of it, I didn't tell you like who won, but I said Bruce had a 1.2, Shotzi had a 1.2, Kenny had a 1.1, Hook had a 1.1. Would you say they win?
Oh, for sure.
For sure they won?
For sure, guaranteed. Nearly.
For sure guaranteed.
I would say like 90% they won.
Okay, if the Thieves and OpTic roll for roll had those exact KDs, right? Who do you think wins?
Like
What teamwork do you think is better?
Okay. So like you somehow like live in a world where like nobody can go negative. You all
Exactly.
have the 1.2, 1.1. So,
Yeah.
Oh, Thieves for sure. But
For
that
sure?
that
You
was
think
that was like
Thieves,
that's like why
fundamentally are better right now?
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure, right?
Guaranteed.
For
Yeah.
sure?
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
If you
That's what Nick Summon's guaranteed?
So
Nick
yeah,
Summon's
like
guaranteed.
okay, same thing I just said about OpTic. Okay, so if you somehow live in a world they all have 1.2s and 1.1s. Same thing. Thieves 90% chance they won.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Okay. Dude, this is actually so sick. This would be the first time OpTic versus Thieves in any sort of grand final in the CDL. I think in the CWL as well.
Yeah, I don't know if
Shout
they
out
ever
them
played
old
in
rosters.
a final. Yeah, they'd all playing like winners finals and stuff, and then OpTic would just.
But like final.
Yeah, final. Which
That'd
yeah,
be sick.
well, no.
Am I missing
Hey,
one?
my autism. MW2 Major 4.
Whoa. Did they?
Yeah, at the Columbus
wait,
land,
say that
no
again,
fans. Major 4 MW2. Thieves beat
Oh, yeah.
OpTic. That was the
Yeah,
OpTic team
yeah,
that had
I forgot
Ghosty.
about
They
that.
were making the finals, 2 finals.
I
in a row.
remember now.
LaRue Masterclass MVP.
MVP,
And then
dude.
he engaged to his girl. Yeah, it's that. There
What-
might have even
what a
been like
day
another
for
one or
LaRue.
something. Yeah, no, good for him, man. That might have been the only time, but no, that definitely did happen.
I am heartbroken LaRue's out of the league. LaRue
I feel like he retired at such a bad time.
No,
Dude,
LaRue
he retired at
on
his
top.
peak.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, man.
No, he was
Dude.
saying just like bad time to retire. Like why retired then? Like
Why are we retiring then? Like, I know why he retired, right? Like,
No, but yeah, obviously.
he did
but-
everything he wanted to do. He's making a boatload of cash streaming. You know, like, I get it.
Obviously, yeah, like,
Significantly less
he
stress.
just wanted to retire, but
him
Dude.
and Scum
Man,
single-handedly ruined the league, the competition league.
and
ruined
Zinni.
it.
Don't forget Zinni.
Definitely not Zinni. You had me with Seth and LaRue. You don't have me with Zinni, bro.
Zinni.
Wait, how are
Hey,
we getting Zinni, bro? What?
Zinni should have won Major
Yo.
2 Vanguard.
Yo, Zinni's
know?
last match was
True.
him getting turned on 180 on a staircase by Seth. That's tough. That's
Wait,
tough.
wait,
That's
Scum's or
good.
Zinni's?
Zinni's.
No. Zinni
Or
played
Seth.
Major.
Sorry, Seth.
Yeah, Seth. that's
Yeah.
Seth.
Seth.
Zinni also played
Dude.
the Major. He
What a
lost
way to
OpTic.
go.
He got like a 3-0
What a way to
slammed,
go.
and he was like, "Man, I gotta join Seth on the watch party. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Big Wig. I was so throwing
Dude.
that, but
Bro was like, my future's green. Yo, I would have lost full.
Dude.
What?
I would have been checked if like I was like his teammates, man. Like he's just like, dude. Scump
Dude, he
retired, and then
knew.
he was probably like next weekend, like, hey guys, I'm gonna copy him. I'm gonna retire too. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, let's get off the
Yeah.
being a dick train. Okay, so something to wrap this up. I think we all have Thieves. Do we all have like 3-1 and stuff like that? Whatever.
I have these 3-1.
3-1. I'll go 3-1.
Yeah.
Shane, what do you have real quick? Do you have 3-1 as well?
Oh,
3-0.
yeah. I'll meet you at a 3-1.
Okay. So question I want to wrap this up with: does this minor count as a chip?
Oh.
Because we
um,
have the online tournaments from MW19. Granted, that was the only thing played that year because of
No.
COVID.
No.
But
no,
it was
I'm
like
gonna
the same
say
thing.
no for one reason. I'm saying no
Okay.
for one reason.
Okay,
Because if
what's
I say no, this doesn't count. Donnie Temp has 0 wins, and I get to keep that. I get to keep that.
Dude.
Donnie Temp is horrible. He has no wins.
He has a chip.
So this doesn't count.
He says so himself. He has a chip.
Oh,
Nah.
yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a chip. Next, yo, I got some Doritos in the.
No, I was thinking
bro,
Doritos,
like, what are we
dude.
talking about?
Dude, it would have been like so funny if like, someone had like a dreaming pocket. You're like, I would.
I have a chip too, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, I would have to say like no for the chip, only because like
If we're
obviously,
counting
no loser
2019, we're
bracket.
counting this.
Yeah,
Yeah?
see, that's my. Well, that's the thing. People
Wait,
count 2019. Like a
If
lot of
we're
people would
counting
say like
2019, then
Donnie
yes.
Tip has a chip, Mac has like 2,
Yo,
yada yada. Hook has like 4, like yeah.
Wait,
So like
what did Donnie win?
the
dude,
New York
everyone
homestand.
in MW 2019,
Wait, the what?
every team won in
The
2019.
New York, not every team won, bro. Like,
Every
like, half
team
of
won,
it,
bro.
Like, not
And
every
was the
team,
bracket
every
like
team.
formatted
Every
like the
team won,
same?
bro.
No. Okay, so the way MW19 worked, and the reason why it's very similar is okay. So 8 teams would play at an event.
Yeah.
Even though there's 12 teams in the league, there's 8 teams in an event. You had 2 groups of 4. That's double elim. And then you go into a single limb bracket of 4 teams with just the 2 semifinals and a final. So it's very similar because okay, to win a homestand back then, you had to win 4 series. But not every team was there. So you could deadass like win tourneys and not even play like super good teams. Like I mean like there's like a few examples. Like I remember
It was very cheese.
Dallas Empire, like one of them. The only good team to beat was like Florida. They played Paris in a final. Not OpTic, they were called OpTic. Like Huntsman, like right when they after they got Pristini, dude, they didn't play like any good teams. I believe FaZe and Dallas are both not at that event. Like, yo, I love Preston and Alec, and like obviously like that's a chip, but like man, like when you look at context, you're playing Ravens in the finals. Like what the fuck, like, right? So that's the thing. It's like okay, if that counts,
I guess yeah.
we all count it. Everyone counts it.
Oh,
This
I
counts.
hate counting for the chip though.
This counts. I'll say it. This counts.
It's so weird counting it though. Like it
That's what I'm saying. Like if I was
What's the point of
March
majors
2019,
and
I wouldn't
minors
count.
if they both count?
That's what I'm
right,
saying.
yeah. It's like no, like it's like so weird how like the COD landscape works because it's like at like the end of like do they have the same value? No, but when you just look at the number of chips, they have the same value.
Right.
Like I don't know, like those March 2019 things. Like I wouldn't even count those.
I'll say
people do, but
I'll say it counts because I think it's good for the league. Because no matter who we have winning, right? Like, say I have Ravens winning, right? I think it's good for the league. I think Slasher back in the win column, Gwyn, rookie of the year last year, #1 player right now. He gets his win. Ravens are solidified as a solid team. I think that's good for the league. OpTic win, you can't deny an OpTic win will ever be bad for the CDL, right? Like, OpTic winning, always a good sign. Thieves winning, I'm down to give Dan Ghosty his first one.
For sure.
Happy. I'd be happy for the league that LA Thieves, the super team, they're living up to their potential.
Yeah.
If Ultra make it through, you know, like, yo,
Beans
I'm happy Ultra.
Beans.
I lied.
I joke.
Everyone. But like, obviously, if Ultra wins, I think the vast majority of the fan base likes Ultra as a team, as an org. Like, Ultra's always been good to us.
Yeah.
So like, I think Ultra winning would also be really good for the league. I think no matter what, everyone wins here.
Yeah, but also that's just a question for the Monfort 2019 events. Were the grand finals the best of 5 still?
Yeah, they're best 5, and this
Yes.
is best 5 as well.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's what I was asking.
It was
I mean,
it was
yeah.
legit exact same format for the most part, except for like the group stage part where that was like double limb. And you okay, so I'll put it like this: if you in this tournament you start in round 2, you have to win one less match, but if you start in round 1, you would have to win the same number of matches.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I guess if people count those, then we kind of have to count.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I feel like they're very.
But it makes no sense to count this. I feel like
logically it makes no sense, but like
if people
you
count
have to be
those, you have to
consistent with
count
it though.
this.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Like
you can't not count that and count that.
Yeah. No, you can't as much as like we all love cherry picking. When it comes to the history of COD esports and stuff, you can't cherry pick.
This counts.
You have to be consistent.
It has to count. I don't want it to count, but like it has to.
Yeah, I think this is good for everyone though.
Well, like it's weird because like okay, I hear you, Shane. Like that storyline's cool for the sake of the minor, but then like kind of sucks for like the major. Like imagine Thieves win. This is Ghosty's first chip, but then you go to the LAN and we don't have the storyline of Ghosty's first chip. It's like, oh well, is his first LAN win? Like okay, yeah, like but like that's not the same as saying.
I think the narrative would be
Yeah.
switched. I think you would just continue on with like the super team that was built. Nate took a pay cut. did a subathon immediately after to get it back. Like, he took the 200K pay cut, whatever,
and then made like 400K a month or whatever it was. Like
made 400K in a month. But no, like you would be celebratory of like, okay, now can the Thieves continue on? They won the minor. Can they go back to back? Can they solidify that they are this super team that they were meant to be? You know, or like I think that goes on with any team, right? Like, oh, you know, OpTic won the minor. They brought in Hook. They had extra time to prepare. They're defending the throne. They've always been the kings of Call of Duty, blah, 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 blah. How do they do here? Raven solidified underdogs of the year. Played super well the minor. They won that. And they go back to back. Will Gwyn still be the number one player we have? You know, ultra winning, like
Beans.
I wouldn't say they're as big as an underdog as like the Ravens, but like Beans got his first chip. Can he go back to back?
Jodeci.
You know,
that's just first as well, then, yeah.
Yeah. And then you would be like, oh, is Insight and Toby back? Like, did they rekindle the magic? Is this new team exactly what they needed? Like, can they continue their legacies?
Yeah,
I think no matter who wins, this is important.
Winning a chip every year. Damn,
yeah,
I totally forgot about that.
I think like no matter what, this counts, and no matter who wins, this is good for the major.
Oh, of course.
Man,
like on paper, it's a little cheesy, you know, it's a little weird, but like
you got
the only way this doesn't count is if like Boston Breach beat everyone.
What? No, big wigs for Snoopy. Snoopy solidified
like obviously
greatest COD player all time.
Breach gets their first win in the CDL. No,
right,
but like ultimately, no matter what happens here, I think it counts. I think this is good for the league. I think this is good for the scene. I think it's good for the players. Is there money for this?
It's an all or nothing for first place. I believe it's like 20K, so 5K each.
Yo, I'll happily take a 5K payday.
Right, yeah. And like, like granted, like the formats were extremely different, but hey man, back in AW and Ghost and stuff, hey, we counted tournaments where you only won 5K each. You didn't have to win 50K each to be considered an event winner, you know?
Legitimate win.
Right, yeah. I don't know, like it's like they obviously they're not equal, but yeah, just for sake of like history being consistent, I do feel like you have to count it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's a fine. Do you guys have anything you want to say about the team packs that came out today? Yeah, I think they're all
maybe yesterday. By the time this video goes out, I don't know. It might be.
Oh yeah,
that's true.
It's currently the 7th.
Yeah, they're pretty underwhelming. But
I think this is such an L.
I feel like compared to last year's, they're not good.
I feel like just looking at them, they're visually not good. Like I genuinely think this is the Breach is like.
No,
this is
Breach
clearly the best one. Like Breach is so good.
The Breach,
like even then, I don't know. I like it. I like the Breach one. Everyone else is very underwhelming. I'm not happy with the Thieves. I'm happy with C9. The FaZe one's hard to read.
In a better direction, like as underwhelming as they still are. I mean, think about like the first couple years of CDL when it was
just
like,
the same skin, just different colors.
Yeah. It was like a template. Like they do. Okay,
wait,
shame on the teams for not fully taking advantage of it. But like you can see like a little bit of taking advantage. Like there's some like unique like weapon charms and stickers and contours. Like that's cool. Like let's just take a little bit more advantage of. The camos.
That's opportunity.
The operators. Yeah,
you're getting paid, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You're getting paid.
Yeah, Breach felt like the one that like truly took advantage. Like 100%.
Dude, Breach every year tries, and I'm so happy. Like, no one's giving their flowers but me. I'm so happy they're getting their flowers at least.
No,
they always try every year, bro. They're so good.
Yeah. No, they care a ton about the scene. Like, it's awesome. But, obviously, they can only care so much now because there's like only so many people back there. But like, yeah, man, like sick events. They've always had sick camos, even like ever since Vanguard. Even when Vanguard was like cotton paste cheese, they were still like the best camo. It was insane.
Yes.
Like, yeah, I don't know.
Yo, it's a good year to be a competitive COD fan if you ignore the maps and the gun meta and the pros. It's a good year, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean,
and the major schedule and everything else.
No, that's the thing. That's the thing with BO6 is like we have such a good game, but it almost feels like it's being wasted. Like
It doesn't
this
feel
only
like
feels
it
like
is being
feels
wasted.
like a year where there should be like an extra major, fucking like 2 extra majors, and
Dude,
Yeah,
just
there should be at least
this
major, 5
year
majors at least.
should
Yeah.
have been so. This year, I think, is the very pivotal year. Actually, I think this year was the deciding year of is Call of Duty a legitimate esport, and I feel like they're fumbling it.
Yeah.
Like obviously COD is like a legitimate esport, but like
Yeah, I was
you
about
would
to say.
never ever in a billion years compare, Counter-Strike and Call of Duty and
Oh yeah.
give Call of Duty any like praise. You wouldn't say it for like fan reaction, you wouldn't say it for like how hyped the events are, you wouldn't say it for prize pool, you wouldn't say it for anything, for trophies, nothing. And I think this year they had so much hype. They had everyone and their mother was like, this is going to be the year.
Yeah.
We had 4 years dev time. We have a brand new movement system. Treyarch is back, baby. And like everything has shit the bed. Everyone has shit the bed.
I feel
The
like it's
maps
just
are
the map.
atrocious.
Yeah, it's just the maps.
Dude, the gun meta is atrocious.
I don't
like,
mind the gun meta. Like,
Gunman is always the
It's
same.
so
with it.
boring.
It's always 1 sub 1 AR.
it's so boring.
It should be more than that, but like that's just it.
Dude,
I mean,
can't even
I didn't even play those old games.
Can't even snipe. We're
Yeah,
missing out on
I want
hype,
snipers.
though.
I want snipers back
Snipers.
so bad, bro. I want to see Beans with a sniper. That's all I want.
Dude,
I wanna
Beans
see
got a
Beans in
2-piece and they
Open
blew it up.
That's what bro. They're scared of Beans on a sniper, bro. I swear.
But no,
Yeah,
I feel like they've already fumbled this year.
Yeah.
I think
yeah,
I'm
for sure.
fine to say that now.
Um,
Unless there's some dramatic changes, which it's Call of Duty. There's not any dramatic changes happening. I think this year's already a fumble. I think they already screwed it.
it feels like a fumble right now. I want to give it a little bit more, just because. Okay,
Dude,
they absolutely
that's
fumbled
like half their player base.
like no event in December and stuff like that. Like that sucks. But like, okay, for sake of like,
why do they do this
of, like,
every
the
year?
game, I don't know. I don't know.
I think
boards
Call
and
of
shit, I
Duty
don't
would
know.
be way better off coming out like
December
January
event
5th.
ASAP. Or
No,
you're talking about like the game like no,
Dude,
shit, you ain't
delay
do
the
that.
game coming out.
No. Game comes out. Let's have the guaranteed December event. We had it every year in the CWL. Like, why can't we do it in the CDL?
Dude, I don't know.
And the
what's
December event was
CWL?
always lit. It was always lit as fuck. 10 out of 10 times. It was always
Dude,
lit.
it could have been.
But was
so
there always
good.
a December event CWL?
Yeah. BO4.
Yes,
World War II. IW.
Quarter two.
BO3.
dude,
13,
they could do it. We've proven we could do it.
Yeah.
AW.
Dude,
Always.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think the CDL. Like I hate burning bridges, and I hate being like
Oh.
very mean, and I hate
I
criticizing.
miss this burning bitches gimmick.
No.
I hate it. I hate it because
I miss
I don't like to be mean to
Absolutely.
people doing their best. But like this is pathetic, man. This is pathetic.
No, I hear
Dude,
you.
how did Adam Apicella do it for so many years in a row? It wasn't the smoothest product back in the day, of course, right? Like there was obviously hiccups,
Yeah.
but like how did he lay the groundwork that everyone loved? Everyone loved. We went to amazing, dude. Pro players talk about it to this day. They would love an Anaheim event. They're never getting an Anaheim event. They will never get
that's
one.
like the thing with like CDL, like there was like all these rumors that there was so close to there being an Anaheim in December event. How did that even fall through?
How do we fumble?
How did
we
that
fumble?
How did that falter, actually? Now you say it.
I don't know why.
We have 2 LA teams. How?
But yeah, wait, I didn't even think of that.
Well, I didn't know if it
How?
was gonna be LA hosted or like CDL hosted, but yeah, no, like
Regardless.
what would have
Regardless.
the only acceptable answer is like the Anaheim Convention Center like vetoed it. That's the only way I'm
Yeah.
hearing you. Like,
But,
they,
like, why would
they
they
came in and
why
vetoed
would they
it.
veto it?
No, I don't know why. I'm
Exactly.
just saying that is like the only acceptable excuse. Is like the most like made up shit possible, and like it's like, no,
dude,
it
the
didn't.
only
excuse,
like,
yeah.
dude, they probably canceled it because they were like, the CDL hit them up and they were like, yeah, we're already booked. You messaged us a week and a half before you wanted to do it. Like, what are you talking about? We're booked 4 months out still.
No, weren't people hearing it during like champs of last year, like during like July 24?
I don't even remember
Could
any
have been
rumors
just
of
a
Anaheim.
rumor, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
well, yeah, no, of course. I mean, but I don't. I do know that
Tough.
convention center is pretty busy. Like, I don't know. Like they might have been trying to book it
They're
like
always
6
doing
months out.
something.
That might have been
dude,
too.
as
I
someone
don't
that
know.
lives here, they're always doing something.
Yeah. No. I remember like
Okay.
going to Anaheim. There was always like random stuff going on like during Anaheim, like
Yeah.
way far out, like not really touching
Right.
it, but like you like see it though. You'd see like a group of like you'd see a group of like 100 kids, and you're like, why the fuck are they here? There's a con event going on. Like,
What are they doing, bro?
Yeah, no. I remember seeing that during the BO4 one, Shay. Like, I remember seeing
Yeah,
like 100
dude,
kids. I'm
like,
like, what is going
why
on?
are we
Like
here?
down
What's
there,
going
like 2 miles down. Like, what are they doing?
Yo, what a good time. What a
Yeah.
good time.
I wish I was
Good
before,
old
man.
days. Yeah, you sort of missed out, Fish. So those are the good
BO4
ones.
literally the best COD ever
I wish
to watch.
that's one game I wish I watched.
No, I'd
for
agree.
sure.
I'm biased, but I'd agree.
Yeah, I think like BO4, BO3, best CODs to ever watch.
Peak, man.
But all right, we're rambling, reminiscing.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be back. I'm happy we're back. I'm happy Getting Mixy is back. I'm happy
time,
we
bro.
have more COD to watch very
Oh
soon.
yeah, very soon.
Very soon. Those are my closing remarks. Oh, well, I mean, how was your guys' holiday season? Let us know. Are you buying any team bundles? Who do you think's winning the minor? That sounds crazy. Wait a second.
Dude,
Second.
why did you,
Wow.
dude? You had a perfect
Yo.
outro, and you just
Yeah, I know. I
fumbled it.
wasn't gonna say anything.
I was gonna say
Dude,
the
whatever.
either. I was he was
Whatever.
gonna wrap it up. I was
All
gonna wave goodbye, and then like
Just
what
wave.
the
Just
fuck?
wave. Just wave. Just wave. We're done.
Bye, y'all.
Love
We're
y'all.
done. Just leave it in.
See you
Bye,
next
guys.
time.
Chase Grace with the Goober.